Is anyone going to be keeping watch in the beginning of the night here?
I will take the first watch.
Are you guys going to talk amongst yourselves, or are you just going to assume
We
that,
all just
right?
went to bed.
Okay.
Yeah. I would just
Had I returned? I'm sorry, I don't remember. Had I returned from the field back to
You
the
had
fire?
just walked
Sat
back
down?
from the field, yeah.
Okay, yes. Well, then I would like to roll out my sleeping bag.
Yeah.
You have a bedroll.
I would like to roll out my bedroll and go to sleep. I have exhausted myself with
Yep.
crying.
So it's a bit late. It's not like late yet. It's probably around 8. The sun is definitely setting. It's right on the horizon, right? The darkness is just about to creep in. So as you lay down, that's the last thing you see.
Okay.
Everybody else is going to bed?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Trancing.
Yeah.
Well,
Frida will come up to you. Gray. Are you going to be taking first watch?
I will be taking the first watch, and I don't really sleep much, so I'll
Okay.
wake you up if you want to take second.
Yeah, just wake me up. I'll take the second one.
Very
I
well.
don't really trust these roads. There's not too many bandits, but I think that, I don't know.
True.
I don't really-
You don't want to take an unnecessary risk, especially traveling with patrons.
That's a good call. Yeah, I don't really trust any of you. Okay, good night.
I
So let's go to bed. You can roll a perception check for your 2 hours of watch. That doesn't sound good.
Perception?
We all
Yeah.
die.
We wake up
A
and we're
4.
like, we wake up in chains.
A 4.
I see everything.
So it's been a long day. There's a lot on your mind. You're not really paying as much attention that you know. You can feel yourself like weighing down, even more than normal. You actually feel yourself almost dozing. But by the end of the 2 hours that you feel go by, the sun is completely set. The stars are out, beautiful above your head. You don't really. There's nothing that really catches your eye. Maybe you see like a coyote run off in the distance, but other than that,
Okay. How long has it been, you think?
it's probably been
Before
about 2 hours
Okay.
now. For the sun to fully set, you can see the beautiful ring that's around the planet, illuminated in the sky by the moonlight. It's like sparkling like really close stars.
I'm just keeping the fire going and poke, 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 and at the end of my watch, I'll just go shake awake.
Shake awake.
Shake awake.
I thought he said
Yeah.
shake a leak.
Shake awake.
Shake a week.
Like,
No shaking leaks, but I'll go wake her up and say
Shake awake.
it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up for your watch there.
Okay, thank you, sir.
No
Go to bed.
problem. Okay.
And she'll take up her pike and stand there.
I'll just kind of stay awake.
Okay, she'll pace a little bit. With
I'll
her,
just be like looking
caught
into the
me book.
fire, lying down for a bit.
Oh.
I'll fall asleep.
So by the end of another 2 hours pass, and Wooloa, you begin to wake. It's like the dead of night, as you're used to at this point. You can roll a quick perception check as you're waking.
19?
You see off in the distance, because you're laid down a bit farther off, you see a little form hunched over her, just with a piece of paper. And with your perception, you can tell that it's actually Frida, hunched over, like looking at Erie's face with a piece of paper.
I'm gonna like kind of quietly, like not trying to be stealthy or anything, but let's just like quietly like get up and walk over.
Yeah.
Be like, what are you doing?
And she'll startle. I don't know if it's any of your business, ma'am.
Is like her paper still like out?
Yeah,
in her
she's
hand?
holding it very
Can I
like
try
clearly.
and like get it? for her?
You can roll a dexterity check.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
It's sleight of hand.
What is that? 21?
20. Oh, you grab the piece of paper
Or
with
20,
no,
pardon me, sorry.
You grab it with no issue, and on it you see a variety of small sketches of not only Erie's face, but also Lonan and Knack and Pippin.
And
Which
what do you
one's the
plan on
best?
doing with this?
Well, I wasn't sure if you guys were going to stay and come back to Kern in the morning with me. I need to make sure you guys are brought
Were
to
you gonna
justice.
put these up somewhere?
I was going to give it to the captain.
I'm gonna like crumple it up and walk over to the fire and throw it.
Oh.
Are you?
You can go to sleep. I'll watch over everybody for the rest of the night.
Okay. And she'll just curl up and like you can see her eyes are just wide in the night staring.
And like
at you
as I
in
say that,
bed.
I'm gonna like pull out my quarterstaff and kind of just like twirl it around a little bit while I'm watching her until
Roll it.
like I see her like
Roll
go to
intimidation.
sleep.
How scary are you right now?
Not as good as my last 2 rolls. Where is that? 10. So not very good.
Definitely scary enough, though. She is like a small enough child that she is like an adult yelling at me. This isn't okay.
How
So
old
she's-
is she?
She's introduced you. She was around 15, 16 years old, probably around the same age as Erie
And
is.
I'm like 100.
Yeah, a couple of years older, one or two.
Yeah. Tell me that
Um,
backstory.
What'd you say?
So then you can roll a. So you can see like she stares at you from her cot and her little like bedroll off to the side, but she eventually drifts off. You can roll perception for the
the
rest of the
night?
night. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to be perceiving anything. I rolled a 1.
You actually
Guys.
you realize like a few hours into your night that you actually tranced again. So you're not sure
Boring
if
night.
anything was happening. Yeah. Nothing really alerted you anyways, no
Okay.
surprises. In the morning everybody else slowly awakens into the dewy spring morning. It is now the 26th day of Lurbenin, the day of reeds. Almost the end of the week. There's only one more day. Yeah, so what would you guys like to do in the morning now that you awaken? Pretty somber. The sky is quite gray. Everything is a little damp. Even your bedrolls. You wake up, your hair is all like wet from just the dew collecting on all of you guys. Pippin, you wake up, it's all on your eyelashes. You're pretty well.
Yeah. I blinked them off, but it's like really pretty.
Sparkles.
Yeah. And I'm gonna look over and be like, gray day, isn't it? Gray.
Yeah, it's pretty gray. I shake my head. And then I'm gonna roll out of my bedroll.
And then I'll just start, I'll take out my beakers and I'll start preparing my potions for the day.
Okay. Are you preparing anything specific?
Like my spells.
Oh, your spells. Okay.
Yes.
I will roll out of bed as well and do an exaggerated big stretch. And then look around to see who's awake yet.
At this point, Pippin is awake. Gray has tumbled out of bed. You can see Lonan like shifting, like almost like he's like not quite up yet, but like he's like on the break of like getting out of that dream.
I walk up to Pippin.
Oh, and
and-
Will is awake. Sorry.
Okay. I walk up to Pippin and I like noisily detach
Tenaculum.
Tenaculum and be like, I think this is yours. Would
Alright.
you like it back?
And I'm gonna be like, oh yes, there they are.
Yeah.
And
Got it.
I'll take my giant electric blue slug back
Yeah.
and set it on the ground beside me.
He's gonna just like slime away.
Yeah, and I'm going to like kind of try to be wiping the slime off my
It's quite sticky. It's
Sticky.
like elasticy slime. It like almost like springs back onto your body.
Okay. Is this harmful?
Probably not. Though let me know if you break out in a rash.
Okay. And then I will walk back to the fire. Is it kind of done? Dead?
It's kind of went down to coals. Will kind of wasn't paying enough attention to it in the night to keep it like blazing, but it's definitely like it's still you can see the reds still.
Okay.
Underneath
So
it.
it's not. This isn't hot enough for me to cook anything. So I'll just have some.
You would know that you are able to like if you found some wood that was dry
I
enough,
could
you
start
could
it.
you could start it again
I'm
fairly
just gonna
easily.
have some berries. I'm gonna eat my berries.
Okay.
I go over to Frida. Morning, Frida. How are you today?
And she's still curled up in bed. I'm doing okay. How are you,
Good.
sir?
I was curious, considering these people were not the ones that we were looking for, I believe that maybe you should run ahead and warn somebody that they are still out there. They could be getting far ahead of us as we speak.
Well, we're not sure if they even left town. I was just gonna head back to Kern and let Judy know what
That
happened.
we're criminals. I'm gonna pipe in.
I'm
And
sorry.
she'll look like scared,
As soon as I hear that, I'm like, excuse me, criminals.
Criminals?
Care to explain this?
She was drawing headshots of all of us last night while we were sleeping.
I grab like Frida by like the back. Frida, the last thing we are criminals. I can guarantee this.
I just need to let Judy know what
Whoa.
happened. You can't just kill people.
Whoa, Lonan. We don't have to be grabbing her or threatening her. It was an honest mistake.
I just let her go and I stand right behind her.
She falls to the ground. I think it's best if you guys come back to town with me.
I think it's best that we maybe don't go back to Kern
I would
ever.
agree.
Well, I mean, for the law, why did you let them escape?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm guiltless in this either. I kind of panicked. I think I was in above my head here.
So, sorry. I'm not in this conversation.
You're hearing it.
Yeah,
It's like
everybody's, like, around
it's in
the
the
same
comment.
area.
You're sitting by the
You're
fire
all by the
eating
fire.
berries. You can say something if you'd like.
Okay. So because we tried to help you, now you're going to get us arrested?
I didn't say arrested. I don't think. I just need to let Judy know what happened for the paperwork.
I'm sorry, but were you not a part of this at all?
I wasn't gonna not let myself in. I just know that I'm not running away. I don't know you people.
I mean, Lonan, no offense, but you did it.
I was merely protecting my friends, as I mentioned last night.
You with a mighty fine arrow.
But then I think you should tell Judy about that because I think it'd be real sketchy if you guys just leave now. I'd have to just tell her that you left.
That's a fair point. It would look like we were fleeing.
True.
So you would prefer that we go back and walk in there into a prison?
I don't think she said that we're going to be imprisoned. We do have a quest.
What's our guarantee, though?
Well, and then I'm going to look up for my potions with like huge magnified eyes. Let me think. What do I know about the judicial system and where we are?
You can roll a just a general intelligence check. I think would match this best.
Oh
That's
god.
Oh,
Well, that's a non-natural 20.
Oh, not natural 20. So you know that in Kadareth, the judicial system is kind of tied in with guard and kind of tied in with the government in a format that's called the acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that it is very tedious and it's very paperwork. It's very bureaucratic. Lots of forms to fill out. Lots of people you need to talk to. You have to go to this office, to that office, to this office. Like most government workings in Kadareth.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that judges aren't really placed in. The guards don't have the power to actually give someone like a penance or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
They need to like bring a judge in. So you would know that like no justice will be dealt out even today. It would have to like wait a while.
All right.
If the guard, if Judy even like deems it fit that they need to call a judge.
All right. I'm going to look up and go, well, according to the very convoluted legal system of Kadareth, I think that we're probably fine. I think that her boss, what was her name?
Judy Cottentop?
Mrs. Cottentop would need to put an application into various forms of government, various bureaus would need to be contacted. I think, if anything, we might get a fine, but we'll see.
Sounds pretty tedious for fine.
Yes.
Especially with missing peoples around the town. I feel
Well,
like there's more
the
pressing
thing
matters.
is, I know myself, I am not a citizen of Kadareth.
Same.
I don't know about you, Willowa, but you're from the sea. You're
Yeah,
from Kadareth.
I'm a citizen of the sea.
I like it.
From the depths.
Do you have proper documentation of that?
Frida, don't start with me.
But I think if we return to town, I don't think that it will be too bad. What do you think?
I'm gonna be honest, I probably think I'm gonna get in the most trouble here. I was supposed to be in charge. I just need to make sure that I don't know, it just seemed like you weren't gonna stay, so I just wanted to make sure I had your face. I'm sorry, I should have told you earlier.
I do think that we owe an explanation. Running is just going to make us look guilty.
Well, then we
Yeah.
should head back soon
Yes.
and then carry on with our mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your first mission to end up in a critical failure. Wow.
Yeah.
Not very good.
I don't know if this is the line of work that I'm supposed to be in.
Maybe not.
Are you interested in chemistry?
But
You mean alchemy?
Yes, it's a
I'm
school of
not.
chemistry.
I don't like those magics.
well, how about this? How about we help you solve this issue? Let's go back to town.
Okay, let's head back. Let's get the horses. Make sure they're watered first.
Hey.
And she'll nod and just head over towards the horses and leave you guys off, because the horses are a bit further off, so she'll leave you alone for probably a few minutes while she unties them.
I'm going to gather up my things and roll my bedroll up, put my berries away, and go help with the horses.
Okay.
Just talking to the people that are around the area. Well, I think it's a great idea to return to Kern. However, just for my safety, I believe I should stay outside of the town. I will accept what I've done, but keep in mind I was protecting the group, as I mentioned before.
I probably would look guilty.
If I would,
Yeah, I agree.
You should just come back in with us. We'll support the fact that you were trying to protect everyone, but I think we'll look more suspicious if you don't come back into town.
I mean, we didn't know any better beforehand. It was after the fact we found out. You know, come in with us.
Plus, realistically, if you're not going to go back in, we might as well all just not go back and just continue forward. I think it's important that we all go in together.
so I have your word that you will not turn me in to the.
Yes, you have my word.
Can I roll an insight check on him just to make sure that he's not lying?
Yeah?
19.
I don't believe you need to roll a deception check, do you?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
You
like,
can
if
tell he's being
anyone's
honest.
gonna turn you in, it'd be free to, not us.
True.
Judy,
What?
Judy.
Frida.
Frida.
Yeah, and I'm like looking
Who's
up
Judy?
from my potions.
Yeah.
I think you've inhaled a little bit too.
Yeah, the fumes are like, my eyes are all crooked. Judy. Judy.
Is that a new chemical?
And with that, Frida and Erie will come back with the horses and we'll distribute them out. How quickly would you guys like to get back to town? I think the horses, I don't know if they can ride very quickly. We kind of pushed them really hard yesterday. The horses are looking very ragged.
Okay.
Well, we
Slow
have to
and
go at their
easy.
pace.
Yeah.
Slow and easy.
Yeah. So, looking ahead of you guys, will probably be, you guys rode for 4 hard hours yesterday to catch up, so it's probably going to be another like 8 hours
Okay.
to return to
Okay.
Kern. It's going to be a long day of travel again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything that you guys wanted to be doing while you were
I want to
walking?
be at the back of the pack.
Just like
Kind
trailing
of
behind.
distancing, trailing myself, not really immersing myself in a conversation with anyone.
I'll be at the front trying to convince Frida that what I did was right.
Like it.
Roll persuasion for
How do you convince me?
yeah.
18.
18.
You have to say what you're going to do to convince
Yeah.
her.
Frida, you do understand that what I've done was for the benefit of our group, protecting them, making sure that they were safe. I just don't want you to confuse that with me being a criminal, because that's the last thing that I would want on this.
I think I was just concerned that it was a little bit drastic. I thought I think I just misunderstood. I don't think I explained what we need to do enough. Don't worry, I think it was my fault, not yours, Lonan.
Very well, as long as you understand that, Frida.
I think so.
And I tap. It's okay, Frida, it's okay.
You'll reach all over the horses. Alright, so over the course of the we'll probably talk a little more than that. But you do end up convincing her.
Okay.
Anyone else would like to, you don't have to do anything, so you can just be walking.
I was just
I
listening
can't-
to their conversation and shaking my head.
I can't craft items during travel, can I?
No, because it's kind of like your focus is more so on, it's not a simple enough task.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine. Okay.
yeah.
I think I will be kind of riding sometimes at the front of the group, and then randomly I'll like be at the back of the group because I've like stopped to like pick up flowers or something on the side of the
Yeah,
road.
I was gonna ask, since we're slow going, can I look for herbs
Yeah, you can. You can roll a nature check if you'd like.
with advantage?
Yes, because of your proficiencies.
Because I'm proficient with an herbalism kit.
Yes.
I'm not looking for anything special. If it's pretty, I will pick it up.
There is some
Otherwise-
beautiful purple flowers that like bud into almost like snapdragons. that
And
you
I'll be like, kind of like braiding my hair and like putting flowers in it as we're like riding. That's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, and I'm like, lungwort. I rolled a 16.
A 16. So you don't find anything of too much, like anything really special. Like there's no, just the kind of country you're in. It's kind of just like a field, so it's nothing that is really drastic. It's not like a really unique ecosystem, but you do find like 4 gold worth of potion ingredients that you'll like as you said, like lungwort and other just like basic materials that you can use.
Wolfsbane.
Wolfsbane.
All right. Thank you.
Macalac.
Oh, I'm just gonna smoke my pipe and think as I walk.
Okay. As you guys walk, you guys will again, not as many as the day before, but you guys will pass some merchants and some other travelers along the road, and maybe some farmers, some dirty-looking people. There's some people by the side of the road that look a little more stingy. Their like shoes are worn through. Yeah, so just like common folks.
Okay.
No one too fancy. Again, they're like whispering and talking, but they don't look as alarmed as the people you saw yesterday. So after the 8 hours of travel, you guys eventually see once again the outline of Kern with its like tall central park looming over the rest of the town. Okay,
Well,
everyone.
Frida, take us where we need to go, I guess.
I think we should
Walk
just go
us up.
straight back to the guard post.
Okay.
Take us there.
The office of the apposition.
That's a bit formal for Kern, but technically you're right.
We'll be like,
Okay. Side eye weird look. So just slowly walking as into town. People almost look a little calmer than they did yesterday. Just looking around, no one looks as alarmed as. No one's looking at you like, who are these random strangers? Not most of the people, but like people are like, oh yeah, we saw that weird group. Oh, there's Frida up front. That's fine.
Okay.
So you guys make your way through the town, eventually getting into that long, low building that houses the three of the important like infrastructure of the town. You guys can just go in now, and I just have to return the horses to the stables before I come back. So you guys can just talk to Judy first.
I could give you a hand with that.
Oh.
Come along, there's a lot of horses, you know.
That'd be good. Thank you, Ray.
No problem.
yeah, me too. How about you just go in by yourself, Will? I'm just kidding.
I'll go in with you, Lonan.
No, we'll all come.
So Gray and Frida will go off back towards the Blushing Maiden to return the horses to the stable, and you will also be able to see. I apologize. What's the name of your donkey again?
Greta.
Greta. You will be able to see Greta there, still just like chomping. Almost like she hasn't moved like even a centimeter.
Give her a rubber on the head.
A little shake awake.
A little
Little
Shake awake.
She's
Shake
really
awake.
awake, though, you know.
And the rest of you guys can we'll open up the door, and you'll see. This time the cell is empty. The single cell that's in this little guard station is empty. The drunkard that was there last night looks like he sobered up and was on his way. And you can see Frida hunched over with a large
Judy?
Did I say Frida?
You
Yeah,
do.
you can see Judy. You can see Frida walking away.
You've been sniffing his chemicals as well.
I have. You can see Judy with a long, ornate kind of quill, feathered quill, writing on a desk,
Okay.
with just and then grumbling almost. It looks like there's huge stacks of paper all along the desk.
Good morning, Judy.
Oh, then she'll startle and some papers will fall off the desk. Oh, oh, hello. You guys are back. How was the mission? How did it go? I was worried you guys did not return last night.
Unfortunately, we did not seem to find the people we were looking for.
Oh, did you? Oh, you
we
didn't.
found them, but
Well, we did find the ones we were looking for, but not the ones that apparently stole the children.
Oh, so okay. So what I'm understanding here is you guys found those those shady folk that you saw the other day.
Yeah, but
Yes.
they weren't really doing anything wrong. I think they're just awkward people.
Oh, it was awkward.
They were transporting indentured peoples from the north.
Indentured peoples to the north. I've heard that's been
They
a
were
problem.
helping them escape, I believe.
Mm.
Not what we were assigned to.
Well,
it was all just a big misunderstanding, which I think may be in part my fault because I thought they had a child in a cage, but it turns out they were protecting that child. So they felt quite threatened by us. They thought we were there to attack them, and it didn't go as planned.
Which we did do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I've
mean,
noticed Frida isn't with you. Is she all right?
she's okay. She's okay. She's returning the horses with Greg.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, that girl always such a kind heart.
She's a timid one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I believe she might have given us some of the wrong information. She was, we went there and she was mentioning that we may have attacked the group and caused a little bit of harm, but Frida did take responsibility for that, and it seems that I think that we're going to be on our way to find the people that we need to.
What do you mean by a little bit of harm?
Somebody was killed.
Killed.
Quite brutally.
Oh, and
Yes.
killed. Oh, that's a whole heap of paperwork.
Yes.
Oh,
as I
And
know.
we're more than willing to help you with this paperwork if need be as well too.
I personally would love to help you with
you
this
said
work.
this was.
I don't know how to do paperwork.
What's paper?
Who was this person that you killed? Was it one of the?
It was one
It
of
wasn't that friend of yours that was with you. He's also not here.
He's with Frida.
Okay.
It was one of the smugglers. They thought that we were trying to attack them, so they attacked us, and Lonan was
Trying to protect
brash.
us.
Yeah.
I did what
Acted
I
a little
did.
hasty.
I did what I could to protect the group.
And you said they attacked you first.
That's right.
They did.
Yes.
Well,
It was self-defense.
you know what? I'm gonna be completely honest with you, folk. I have enough on my hands right now. I have 6 missing people. Still haven't been found. Luckily, no one went missing last night. But my God, I don't want to do this paperwork right now.
Well, I offered to help.
No, I think I'll get your guys' names, write them down just in case. But I think it's best if I just leave this be. They're smugglers, you said, right?
Yes, they were
Yes.
moving indentured peoples.
I don't agree with that.
They were good people. They just...
I don't agree with the indentured workers. I don't think it's right.
Isn't
but
that your job?
That's why I'm here. I was part of the guard up in Hinlock. Didn't really agree with what they were doing, so I got as far out as I could. While still doing good.
You have a word that we're going to help continue to look for these children, however. Including Marigold, we cannot forget about her. She's
Yes.
very...
Well,
Very
there's only 2 children missing. It's not like they're all children.
Some adults,
To me,
I
one
believe,
children missing is more than enough.
One children missing.
there are 5 people
child.
missing,
6
6.
including
Marigold.
with
Marigold.
Marigold.
One
6.
children.
There's the mayor's son, 2 young ones, include one of the people is also
Would
the
you like their
blacksmith.
names? I guess I should have told you their names before they left. You could ask for specifics.
Pippin, perhaps you should work here.
I would do a better job.
A clerical worker would be a godsend here, but
Yes.
sadly, I only got Frida and Anthony.
Well, those names, please.
Oh yes, we have, as you know, Patricia Marigold. She was the woman missing. Yeah. Only her friends call her Patty. I could tell you really liked her if she said you could do that. We have the mayor's son, Andre Mann.
M-A-N.
N. 2 N's. And then we have the blacksmith, Hilda Wetch. We have a couple farmers. We have Casper Bearhart and Constantina Broach. They both went missing. There's some farmhands in the area. And then we have Jacob Talltail, who is he's just a citizen. He's a merchant who comes around every so often. He was just stopping by. And yeah, they haven't been seen, but no one else went missing last night, which is lucky.
Do you happen to have any leads or any clues as to where they might have been, or the last places that they've been?
I was talking with some of the town folk, and I was able to get some people. They had this weird. I had a record of a few people saying that were out and about during the evening, during the dusk, that there was they had this weird sensation wash over them, almost like they just felt very nostalgic and very melancholy and very sad for a time, and a few people. I don't know how much I trust them, but the town drunkard. Billion. Yeah, Billion, old Billy. He saw some lights off in the distance,
Which
walking away
direction?
from town. They were walking towards the coast, but You guys were in here yesterday. He was in the cell here. He was quite inebriated, as you would say.
And where's Billy now? Just out of curiosity.
Probably at the Maiden.
Probably at the main.
Drinking, I suppose.
Yes, he is. He hasn't been the same since he lost his wife. Hasn't been the same.
Shame.
What happened to his wife?
Oh, old age. So it just gets to them. But nothing tragic. It's just they were attached at the hip. Those two.
Literally.
Excuse me.
Were they literally attached at the hip?
No, it's a turn of phrase.
Oh. I would have been very interested if they had that.
Does the description of their kind of feeling nostalgic and everything, does that kind of ring any bells with me in terms of perhaps any kind
How
of
she was
magic
feeling?
I might be familiar with?
You can roll an Arcana check.
Was that 9?
Mm-hmm.
9.
9?
9.
Arcana? 10.
10. Oh boy, a 10. You. It's not really familiar. You've never really felt the sensation wash over yourself, other than
Sure.
like in a natural kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
But none of the magics you're really familiar with. It doesn't really ring any bells for you. Yeah. Well, you guys have had a long day of travel. Have you guys stopped for any lunch yet? It's already almost midday.
No, I'm rather hungry actually.
We could go to
Last meal I had was more than a day ago, I believe.
We could go to the Maiden and maybe talk to this man while we have some lunch. I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Well, let me just get your full names here really quick. For the little bit of hiring forms. You guys are going to be doing official government work, finding these citizens
For the acquisition.
for the acquisition.
Surely. I am Pippin G. Faust.
What's the G stand for?
Gillian.
Gillian Faust.
I'm curious, would we have some sort of documentation when we go around to show people that we are part of...
Well,
Amazing.
if you've run into problems, then you can come let me know. But it's a fairly small town, and if you tell them that I sent you, that they'll generally trust you in this area.
But what if we go elsewhere?
Yes.
Where else would you go?
Well, if we're looking for these people, I'm assuming they're not in town.
I'll write something up.
Okay.
I'll write something up.
That's right.
You guys can come back to
Yeah, don't worry, I will overlook it and make sure it's properly documented.
Excuse me?
Thank you.
Nothing.
So with that, you guys can head out of the guard office, and as you guys are heading out, you'll see Frida and Gray walking up.
Everything's okay, I suppose. We're going to go to, we have a lead to follow.
Judy wasn't mad?
Oh, I don't know, you might want, you'll have to go check with
She
her.
did not seem very happy about the situation, but she did say that she did not have the time to write down all of this. So she was going to put it aside for now and deal with it later.
Okay.
She was rather worried about you, though, Frida.
Worried? Why was she worried?
She wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Did you not tell her I was okay right away?
We did, yes.
Okay. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to her now. Hello?
As soon as we just leave, I'm just going to speed walk towards. I'm just like, fast I
But
can
no
towards-
running.
No,
Both
just-
feet are always on the ground.
And just like looking at everywhere, like left to right, just like in my head, just like trying to like
Like, all of a
calculate
sudden he goes
wherever,
crazy.
like who's missing.
Yeah,
how
you'll
far-
get some strange looks, because this is a weird...
Okay, how far away is the maiden from me? Like a bit, like maybe a minute or two. Or something?
It's like 5 minutes away. It's not on the complete other side of town, but
Okay.
it is far enough. Away.
Just let me know when you get there, I guess.
Alright, well, is everybody else just heading straight
Yeah,
there?
go on.
Yeah?
So I take it that everything went well. in
As
there.
well as could be expected.
Perfect.
Yeah, well enough for traveling with a murderer.
And he's
I'm
walking
not-
away. Yeah.
We all look
We
forward.
go to, like, he's gone. I'm not going to be running. I'm just going to
Yeah.
I imagine everybody else is walking in an old
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
So London, you'll get to the
Okay.
maiden first, and you'll go in, and it's a bit past midday, so it's around closer probably to 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So a lot of the farmhands have already went back to the fields. Everybody is already back to work. So as you go in the maiden, you it's pretty empty inside.
I was
But-
gonna do something when I walked in, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, what did
Yeah.
you want to do?
So as I walked in, I'm just saying, Billion, where are you, Billion? And I'd look around for anybody to put the head
You
up.
see, it's almost empty. None of the tables are really full, other than the red-haired woman at the bar and Billion, the old drunkard, at the bar, and they both turn their heads to look at you.
Either of you know where Billion? I could find Billion here.
I'm here, Billion.
Billion. And I run up to him and I'm like, you need to tell us what you saw the other night.
What do you mean? What I saw?
I heard from Judy that you might have seen some sort of lights in the distance. We're looking for these missing people, and we need to find them soon.
I think I need a little bit of oiling up.
Okay, is there a thing of water next to me at all? Like, is there like, does he like have he has like ale, a glass?
He's holding like a
is there
smaller
any water that I
tankard.
can pour into a thing real quick or something? Or
There would be water up. You can ask the barkeep.
So, barkeep, can I have a glass of water, please? Rather thirsty.
Of course, just give me moments, and she'll walk off away and come back.
I gotta take the thing of water and right in, Billion. Wake up, Billion!
What are you doing that for?
Billion, people are missing, and we are wasting time here.
The rest of you will walk in as the water splashes onto Billion's face. I just said I need some oiling up, not some water in my face.
Oh dear.
I meant more ale.
He cannot do anything by himself.
I don't know if I want to talk to you at all now.
Billion, you've got to understand here that we are trying to find and help these missing children and people.
I told Judy everything I know already, and you don't seem like that nice of a man.
We are nice people here, you know. That's why we're looking for the people that are missing.
I don't know about that. Nice people don't splash water in a poor innocent man's face.
I'm just trying to wake you up, Billy. You seem rather intoxicated, if you'd ask me.
Well, that's my thing.
Well, we need to wake you up and make sure that you can talk sense into you and make sure that you can...
When was I talking nonsensical?
Oh, Ronan.
I'm gonna like walk up at this point and just like shake my head and be like, "Hi, Billion. My name is Willowa."
Your eyes will open. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Pardon my friend. He's just
He is
excited
a
about getting
character.
information. But you can take your time. We have a bit of time. We're gonna have lunch anyways, so.
As I was letting Whitey over here now, I need some. Think I might need some oiling up.
All right.
So-
Let me get you a pint.
That's generous of you.
Do you want to come sit at a table with me?
That sounds wonderful.
I walk over to Willow. The last thing he needs is another pint. Do you not understand how intoxicated he is? We
I
need to get
do,
him
but
so...
it's the only way we're gonna get him to talk. If you try and force him to not drink, a
Margaret!
drunk person, he's just gonna fight us. This way, he'll be a little bit more calm.
Perhaps just keep it a little less than normal.
So I'm gonna go up to the bar and I'll be like, "Why don't you grab that table over there, and I'll meet you over with a pint for each of us."
Good idea. Just
Um,
stumble over. And he's walking actually fairly good. As much of
Surprise.
his speech is slurred. It looks like he's functioning.
I'm gonna ask
Actually,
for
I'll-
2 pints, one with like really watered down, essentially.
Okay. Good call. He's quite in the bag already.
Yeah, it's one way to get
Yeah.
water into him.
Just 3 silver for that, dear.
So I'll give them the silver, and then I'll take them over, and I'll invite whoever wants to come sit also
I'm
at the
gonna
table.
I walk over to Pippin. Pippin, do you have anything to potentially sober somebody up or brew alcohol?
Yes, I do. I could brew an antitoxin.
Yes.
Alcohol is a poison, technically.
I stop Willow in her tracks. I grab. Do you have like a bag? You have a backpack on
I
you?
almost no, but you can like grab onto my like.
Okay, I'm not gonna grab
jacket or
hard. I'm not
something.
like.
He grabs your hair. Whoa!
All the
There goes my
flowers come
braids.
out. I just whisper to her. Just hold on 1 second. Pippin might be able to help us out a little bit here.
Is
I
it gonna
don't
take long?
understand.
Did anyone else go sit down with Lillian? Or is everybody just sitting down?
I'm just sitting
Well,
at the bar ordering food.
Do you
Okay.
like? Is it something you already have prepared, or is it gonna take you a few minutes to make?
it will take me a moment, yes. Probably an hour.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this over, and I'll try and keep him as slow pace as I can. You make that, and then the next round I get him, we'll throw that in there.
Sure.
Hopefully that will work.
I don't really understand, but I suppose.
I explained to Pippin like behind the scenes, so he doesn't go what we're trying to do. We're trying to
Okay.
sober him up.
So everybody else wanted to buy food? Or-
Yes. Hi, what do you have on special today?
Well, we have some beautiful cheese that has finally come out of the casks.
I can't have cheese.
Have cheese. You are a strange one. Are you old enough to be in here?
I don't know. How old do you have to be in here?
Oh, only like 10.
Oh, then yes.
Okay. You look a little young.
No, I'm 16.
The drinking age here is 10.
So,
Naturally.
what else do you have?
We have some wonderful quail eggs.
Okay, can I have 2?
Of course. That's just going to be 6 copper.
Okay. I hand her over my copper.
And she'll sit down, dear. I'll bring it out to you.
Could I get the breakfast special?
I sit with Willowa.
Of course. Do you want some meats with that?
What do you have for meat-wise?
Only salt pork right now. The hogs aren't quite ready for slaughter.
Perfect.
Okay?
And I'll go sit down at the table with everybody else.
It's going to be 8 copper for that one.
Barkeep, 8 pints, 1 pound of salt pork, and a dozen quail eggs.
I don't know if you can do it.
Dear, you...
But,
I think
I
8
did
is a
not
bit much.
okay. That's
I did see you yesterday. You were here.
Yes, but it's for everybody. I learned my lesson. It's for everybody this time.
How about 2 to start? And I can bring over the rest for everybody else after.
Sure.
Okay, dear.
I'll wait here.
She'll side-eye you, but 4 silver to start and we'll cook the rest after.
That's for my food too.
Yep.
So the pound of salt pork and the dozen eggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's it.
And at the table, you guys can sit down, and everybody else will come over and sit around. Brilliant.
Am I at the table too with all my beakers?
Did you want to sit up at the same table?
I'm gonna set up at the table beside them.
Okay, so not like out of sight, just like straight up right beside them.
Yes.
Like Billiam's back is tuned.
So,
Yeah.
seeing how busy the table is with Billiam, I would like to choose to sit with Pippin instead.
Okay.
So I sit down and maybe like, I don't really feel like talking to those people right now.
Would you like to help?
Yes, please.
All right. Hold this sulfur.
Smells great.
Don't shake it. And then I'm gonna like look suddenly. All right. Hold very still.
Okay, I'm gonna be just like concentrating so hard,
All right.
sweating a little bit.
Whoa, was it?
Close enough.
What do you want to talk about?
What you told Judy yesterday.
What, okay. Well, I told her I didn't have anything to drink.
Of course not.
I told her that I didn't need to be in the slammer.
Definitely
I could
not.
just go home. And she wasn't listening to me. She decided that I need to stay the night. And it was so uncomfortable, but that's all I told her.
Right.
Yeah.
What about the lights?
Oh, about the light. Oh, I thought you meant about me being innocent.
That was good.
Oh, okay.
That was good information to know.
I remember it was early on. It was around twilight. Just woke up. And I was walking through and I saw walking through the park. He's gonna get really quiet. It's almost like my wife was walking through the park.
Oh.
And I just got real sad.
And I'll
And I
kind
saw-
of like pat his back.
Oh, look at some tears will start like welling up in his eyes. And I thought I saw her walking with a lantern through the park. And for a minute I wanted to follow her there. And it would have been really nice to go with her there. And
Yeah.
go wherever she was going, but I realized it wasn't her. It couldn't have been her. So I came here instead. I think that's what I remember seeing at least.
And the lights, where were they exactly?
I saw them walk. They were walking in the park at first, but then they went out of town towards I think they were heading down towards the beach.
Okay.
I'm guessing the beach. I can't see the water from here, but that's the direction they were going. Yeah.
towards.
Yeah.
Okay.
And which park were they walking through?
There's only one park in Kern. The big one in the middle.
Right.
The wrought iron fence.
Of course. Obviously.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Gorgeous. Oh, just like yeah.
And I'll cheers to that.
And he'll slam it back. And I'm assuming you give him the watered down pint?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. This is interesting ale.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
It's good.
What else do you want to talk about?
I actually need to go order some lunch, but
Oh,
I'm sure
okay.
Gray would love to chat you up a
Great.
little bit.
Hello, Gray.
Pass off the old girl.
Oh,
And just in that moment, like, the barkeep will come and lay the food in front of the two of you that you ordered, as well as the 2 ales.
Ooh, wait.
I will drink those
Yeah.
quickly. Two more, please,
Oh my god.
2 more.
and I'll slide a gold across.
She'll silently pick up the gold and walk away.
You know, it's awfully early in the morning, right? Or what time is it?
No, we've been running for 8 hours since
Yeah, it's like
up, so
two.
it's like 2
It's like 2.
after.
You guys have had a long day. 8
Yeah.
hours of travel is a lot.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Well, the drinking age is 10.
Do
so
I
like,
have to keep holding this? I really want to eat my eggs.
Oh yes, you have to eat. Sure.
And my hands are shaking a little bit
Yeah,
from the
and
strain.
I'll take it, and I'll be like, and I'll slide it into the mixture,
Okay,
and then it'll start erupting.
okay. And then I'm gonna eat. Are they like in the shell still?
They're like they're actually very nicely displayed. There's like
Okay.
a small salad with it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's pretty
And they're cooked in the egg cell, and there's a small spoon. It's like a
Okay.
wooden. It's like a
like
wooden spoon that you
when
can.
you
Exactly.
crack the
Um,
top off and eat them.
so
Soft boiled.
Yeah,
By the
soft
time that they've talked and got their food, can I have finished my antitoxin?
Yeah. As much as the conversation seemed to take only moments, Billion was quite hammered. So it took.
Yeah, and you're all eating and stuff.
Yeah, it took quite. Yeah, I could say it was probably. You finished a little quicker than you were expecting to.
Sure. So I'll produce a small vial of like a purple liquid with like a little, looks like a little like glowing fish swimming around in it. I'll be
Cool.
like, perfect. I'll be like Lonan.
I ran up to the bar. Barkeep, one ale, please.
One. It's not for that stout man over there, is it?
No, I've taken I feel like I want to have a little bit of ale myself this morning. Everyone else is drinking. I feel like I should join in.
Okay. That's going to be 2 silver pieces for that. And would you mind bringing these over for that man?
What is it?
They're just 2 more ales.
Her.
Okay.
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay. I take the 2 ale and the 1 in this, so that way I don't mix them up. Bring them over. Lay them on the table over there. Pippin,
Yes.
Shadow.
I don't know.
Would you like to mix it in?
Is that what we're doing? I just made it. I didn't know what you were planning.
Yes, I think that what we need to do here is we need to get him as sober as possible so we can tell us more about the story.
All right.
Over at the other table.
I'm gonna stare.
Your name's the Color.
That is correct.
Wow.
And I'm just eating breakfast. So what else do you remember? Any details?
It was a nice day yesterday. I had some salt pork for breakfast.
Crazy.
And I had some ale. It was good ale.
Only the best, right?
Only the best ale. Bless your mate, Tallulah there. Gives the best ale.
Tallulah. Who's
Tallulah. She's the barkeep over there.
I'm new here, you know.
Oh yeah, travelers. Lots of travelers.
That's
through
right.
Here. Lots.
Yeah.
Lots of travelers.
Now, what time did you leave the bar at last night?
Oh, it was like twilight when it was twilight when I got there.
Probably when you got
That's when I saw the lights in the park.
Oh.
Yeah, it was twilight.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty late, yeah.
Well, that's when I woke up.
Well, that's when you, oof.
And then
So you
Judy
seemed
came and got me when it was dark.
Okay, so you woke up at twilight, seen the lights, and then came here to drink.
Well, I was drinking at home too.
You can never stop drinking, right?
Oh, you need to. Makes me feel happy.
Of course. When was the last time you never had a drink?
Oh, it had to have been a couple years now.
Solid
Right.
effort.
I walk up and Billion, for earlier I'm terribly sorry for splashing that water in your face. To make it up for you, here's some ale on me. my
Oh,
good sir.
you seem like a great man now. Thank
Now
you.
drink up, Billion.
And slam it down the table, splash it, and chug it all back.
I'm just eating my eggs.
You see like the little potion fish in it as he drinks it.
Yeah, that's still swimming down his throat.
Yeah.
And he'll look a little shocked and like, oh, that's not right. Oh, I have the worst headache. Oh. What did you do to me?
I'm not too sure, Billion. What do you mean?
If you have
Oh,
a
no.
headache, I have some bark you could chew on.
I don't like this feeling. I don't like this feeling at all.
And I act as if we just kind of first. Billion, we are here to look at, to talk about a little bit about the people that you might have known about, the people that are missing.
The people that are missing, how can I care about that? I'm alone.
Billion, we're here for you. Don't you worry, Billion. We're your friends. We've been talking to you for the past few hours here.
I don't remember that too well, but you guys seem nice enough. The people that are missing, you mean townsfolk?
Yes. You mentioned that you've seen a thing of light in the distance, perhaps in the ocean.
Oh, my wife. Oh,
Yes,
I
you
saw
were.
her
Yes,
last
yes.
night. Oh,
Terribly sorry.
I saw her. I don't know what else you need for me to say.
We just need some sort of direction to go in. So you mentioned the ocean. Is this you mentioned just a direction?
South.
Or? South towards the ocean. Okay.
I didn't follow it.
You also mentioned you've seen a few in the park. They were going from the park to the beach. That's where the light was.
To southward, yes.
Yes.
I think I need to get going though. I don't think I'm of sound of mind right now.
Really, would you mind coming with us just to make sure that we can reassure us? And trust me, when we come back, if we manage to find the people or some sort of clues that we're looking for, I'll tell you what, I'll buy an entire day's of ale for you.
You can roll persuasion.
16.
Where do you want me to go?
We just need your help finding these people, and it seems to me like you're the only one here that seems to know a little bit.
Well, I told you all of I know. I'm no good with if I have to fight anyone. I'm no good at tracking.
We're not looking for you
I'm
to
just a
fight.
little man. I'm not even fast.
As you can see, we have plenty of people here that might not be so good at fighting.
I'm going to be very offended.
But you see that
I'd be like,
you do know
I'm not
more
good at
information than all of us put together, so I
Well-
think that you could help us.
I can walk you to where I saw the lights in the park,
That would be great.
but I think that's about all I could do for you guys.
Sounds good. How about
Can I come back to the table kind of during this conversation? And
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a bit of, because I had ordered some salted pork.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, oh, are you heading out?
Lonan here wants me to come with you guys, or this, yeah.
Where?
Show you the park?
Oh. Okay. Do you want some salted pork?
You know what I could really use? Some ale.
Yeah, we'll get some
I don't
on
think
our
that'll
way
work.
back.
Right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you that.
It'll just chew on it sadly.
Can I just kind of take his arm and we'll start heading towards the park?
Yeah.
Before we head out, I'm just going to run up and quickly ask the barkeep. Mind if I grab some few of those salted pork real quick? Rather hungry. And just as fast as you can. As long as cooked doesn't matter. It doesn't even need to be cooked.
Salted, it is cured already.
Right.
Okay. So it's going to be another 6 copper pieces for
Okay.
both
Okay.
of you guys for food.
That's 9.
Are you eating
all
with them?
together.
Yeah.
No.
Open my thing.
I was making the
And
potions.
you can roll a Constitution save really quick there, Mac.
Oh, that's a nat one.
You weren't throw up drunk like you were yesterday, but you were feeling the 4 ales that you're just hammered back in an
Does
hour.
he have the condition?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're going to have for the next hour or so.
What conditions are we?
Stop drinking.
You're going to have disadvantage on your ability checks.
Oh, okay.
That's who we should have given the potion to.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought
that's
too.
what I was thinking.
Yeah. Save a little potion for our friend here.
Too late.
While we're
That cost
walking,
me a lot to make too.
can I kind of have a little bit of a conversation
do
with
information from it.
Billion?
Nope.
Yeah, of course. What do you want to say?
So Billion, you spend a lot of time in the Maidens, whatever that place is called.
The Blushing Maiden, yeah.
The Blushing Maiden.
Yeah, she was really good to me. She's a good friend.
Do you see a lot of travelers go through there?
Oh, I see plenty. This town is very bustling, especially this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember all their faces. I have to admit, I'm not always very perceptive.
For sure.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Ever feel like there's anybody unusual that's kind of come through, maybe in the last few days?
Well, there was a sleazy-looking halfling with some pretty big dragonborn who came through. They only stopped for a moment. They seemed nice enough, but they seemed like very sheltered.
Yeah.
Yeah, very sheltered. I don't know. There's always this like sleazy guy there's always like the edgy-looking guy in the cloak in the corner of the bar. It's always someone different. There's the type.
I don't really spend too much time in.
Oh, like Big
Pubs.
Hood. It's like if you talk to him, he's gonna tell you some sad story about like how his parents are dead and he's alone in the world and he's the only one who can fend for himself and don't mess with him. All the same, there's always one. Someone
Right.
different every time.
Interesting. Okay. And he's there usually like every night?
It's someone different. It's just like an archetype, you know. All these kids think they're special. They ain't
Those
special.
hooligans.
You know it, Gray. You've been around the block. I can tell.
Yeah, you could say that.
So in the time with this conversation, you guys will make it to the park and make it to this like fairly plain wrought iron fence.
While we're walking,
Yeah.
can I have been doing kind of like I will walk to make sure I am within Logan's sight,
Okay.
and I will be like quarter stepping around and like flipping and shit.
Do an acrobatics check.
She's hitting herself in the face.
It's like she's got nunchucks. Like,
Don't fail me.
Was it bad?
Hold on.
You have a higher effect.
11.
11. Okay, so it's like typical. You think you're doing these amazing flips and tricks, but in reality you're like do like a basic somersault, and
Yeah.
you're like, huh.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you hit a board and it
You
expands.
think I'm
and
bad at
ooh.
fighting?
Yeah.
you're like
Watch
that.
this.
You're like that old gif of the guy with the lightsaber. You're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got an enemy on my side.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what.
Okay.
That's exactly what. All of you see off to the side, just Eerie doing somersaults and basic like.
Cool. Working
Question
very well.
quickly.
Yeah.
Are we treating like drunkenness as poison because of the antitoxin? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay, so I do have an advantage on that, on those saving throws.
Yes. Oh, then you can roll it.
Yeah,
from being poisoned?
My apologies.
Yeah, I do,
I forgot you were a dwarf.
yeah. What was it? Constitution.
Yeah.
So that'll be like I think it's like 13 or something.
And that's still a fail.
okay.
But
Yeah.
not a one.
That's not a 1. Yeah.
Yeah, not a one. Yeah. So you guys make it to the park with the nice wrought iron fence. That looks like it's very well kept. It's a very well managed park with like some decorative bushes, some very tall oak trees that are just starting to bud in the early spring.
Now, whereabouts building did you believe that you might have seen this? In the
it was-
distance, far away,
It's
close up?
pretty. I wasn't in the park when I saw it, but I saw it walking through. I came up this exit when it was finished. It was a few days ago now. I have to admit it. I can't quite remember it exactly.
Okay. Well, I'm going to walk out in the distance as far as you can see, and you tell me by yelling at me if I'm in the right area.
I'll do a thumbs up.
Okay, so I'm going to walk out as far as I can and just keep walking back. Is it? And walk back?
And it's probably about it's like almost at the edge of your vision when he finally gives the thumbs up.
Okay,
That-
I'm going to search as much as I can in that area. I'm also going to wave down to the group to come over here and help me search.
Okay.
What are we looking
Yeah,
for?
what are we looking
Well,
for?
I'm gonna
I'll stumble over.
Okay. You're just gonna stay with him. Do you want anything specific to say?
Um,
You guys can roll investigation. Anyone who's checking.
I wanted to ask him. So, is there like a park maintenance kind of somebody that stays there? Are there any buildings that I can see in the park, like sheds?
There's a
things like
small woodshed. So I'm actually
Zero.
not quite sure where it is. The mayor would know. She is the one who manages that. She doesn't do it herself, but she is the one who hires the people who does it.
So nobody lives on the grounds during.
No,
this time?
it's more of a. I guess you said you weren't from here, right? You're
No.
not from. Yeah, no. Parks and gardens are very important to the upper class, the upper
So-
echelon.
They always have to be maintained.
They're very
you know?
beautiful, very
Yeah.
maintained. It's Kadareth Pride is having a nice garden.
So, okay, maybe those last were like some of those rich folk, kind of like hanging out.
They might have been, but the feeling I had was
Suspect.
quite unmistakable.
It was pretty suspect. I gotcha.
I rolled an 18.
19?
10 for me.
Sorry, we're doing investigation, not perception, right?
Yeah, investigation. Because you're actively looking for something.
What am I looking for?
As
we
we
just go to the
as we
beach.
sit through, I'm going to explain.
That's fine.
We are looking for any clues
Well.
that might lead us to who might have been walking through this park when Billy was seen. So anything that you can find here, regardless of me failing the roll, I'm also going to transform.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 10.
A 10, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to just shift into my wolf form and kind of sniff around as much as I can. Even though I'm failing, it's fine.
Okay.
But I'm still going to do like as much as I can around.
So,
Oh my.
so 18, 10,
17.
17.
10 for me too.
10 as well. So looking around, you guys actually don't see very much. You can see some footprints along the paths, but it's more like a dusty. It looks like someone just walking through the park. You guys don't really feel anything special coming through this area. It just kind of is like, it just smells like a park. It smells very nice, like early spring dew that dried on the leaves. and the
While
buds.
they are investigating,
I add some flowers to my hair.
Yeah.
while
Of
they're
course.
investigating, I'm going to take out some of my equipment that I made this morning. I'm gonna take a little eyedropper and drip it into my eye, and I'm going to ritual cast detect magic.
Detect magic.
Cool.
Yeah, and then my eye is gonna like fog over, like a film over
Just
it.
the one?
Just the one.
Okay.
So I'm casting detect magic.
Okay. So how long do you guys like committing to your investigation?
I'm giving
of
it
the
like a
area?
10-minute.
I want to find out,
Or-
Erie. Is there any chance that you can tell me? Because like, do I notice? Can I notice Erie looking at the tracks, or like, or is she just kind of? Are you just looking at the
I'm
ground?
not telling anyone. I'm just.
Yeah, you're kind of focused on what you're doing.
Erie, have you found anything? No.
No, not really. It just looks
Me
like
neither.
people walk through this park all the time.
One moment, I'm almost done this.
My contact's fine.
Well, moving on.
And after I do the ritual, do I detect any magic in the area?
Well, right now Lonan's shifted, so you can see the transmutation magic that is kind of like helping him maintain his form.
Okay.
Um,
Fascinating.
Fascinating.
yeah. You see like a mild,
It's like coming off of me.
very. You're in proximity with Lonan right now, so you're just getting transmutation magic from that area.
Okay.
You're assuming it's all from Lonan, just from the looks of it. It's very, yeah.
Sure.
I don't think anyone else has anything on them that would be apparent.
What about in the
Otherwise.
area?
My spell focus maybe
Yeah, you can see the manacles on Willow's wrists
Mhm.
are glowing with
that you
just
don't
a
normally see
general
because my
arcane.
sleeves are really
Yeah,
long.
more
Yeah.
specifically, I'm looking for any sort of like residual magic in the area.
A little bit of illusion magic is just hanging over the whole park.
Of what, sir?
Yeah.
Illusion magic is hanging over the whole park. It's just like almost like a it's like it's been touched by an illusion. But it seems very faint. It's like it was like a while ago. You can maybe guess it was 2 days ago, but
Everyone, and then I'm gonna like cry out the chemical in my brush away. There are faint traces of some sort of illusionary magic that is degrading over this park. It was probably here, I assume, maybe 2 days ago.
I have a question. It's perhaps that maybe, just maybe, when Billiam's seen his wife, who passed away, walk through this park, perhaps all these people have seen somebody that they recognize walk through this park as well too.
Illusion magic does seem like the sort of magic you would use to do that.
Yes. The
I think
question
we
is,
should go to the beach.
I
agree.
agree. Yes.
Well, I was thinking something else. Like, Billion said that the mayor hires somebody to take care of this park. What if that person that they're hiring might be somebody pulling people in at night?
Great, you're
Could
a
be.
smart man, you.
Well,
can I go home now?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Billion will leave.
Billion, do
Yes?
not drink any potions within the next hour, or it could be devastating. Goodbye.
Okay.
Just kidding.
So while they're all like kind of discussing them themselves, I'm having like a a deja vu feeling, sort of. Like I'm looking around and I'm thinking like Billion, and for some reason I'm thinking the name Billowworth in my head, but I don't know why I'm thinking that name.
Okay.
I'm like, Billowworth? What am I thinking of that name? What does that name mean? And after you mentioned like illusionary magic, I'm thinking the word Cree in my head, but I don't know why.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say anything to anyone.
So, Willowa, do you think we should go to the beach first?
Well,
See if we can find any tracks there. I could detect magic again and see if there's
How-
some illusionary.
how
Well,
how
what
far
time-
would it be for us to get to the beach?
Well, according to my map, and I pull it out of my bag, and
You would guess it's probably another couple hours from here.
about a couple hours.
Maybe 2, maybe 3 max, depending on what part.
2.37.
What time of the day is it right now?
Exactly.
What?
Like,
If we make
8
it the same
o'clock
pace.
right now?
Just the amount of time you guys have spent. It's probably around. It's close to around 3 o'clock now. It's getting to mid-afternoon. But you guys have all traveled a lot today, so you know that traveling to the beach will be quite an exertion.
Why don't we save that for tomorrow? Going to the beach. Now that we've kind of spent the whole day
Well,
traveling,
What
and
I
we could
was-
look into the.
What I was
Gardener
thinking
guy.
as well is we could go to the mayor, ask the question about the maintenance gardener, and then worst case scenario, we can stake out tonight. Kind of wait till twilight and kind of see if we see shit too.
Mm.
So we should shit.
You gotta shake it away. Shake it away.
Shake awake, I like it.
Will you
I
shake
agree
me
with
awake?
Gray. I feel like I don't want to just go back and do nothing.
I don't want to go travel the whole rest of the night and then
Nah.
have to sleep out in the sand.
Yeah.
Not again, anyways.
Oh,
Was that the tree beside us? Oh my god!
I mean,
Illusionary magic!
hey,
Transmutation!
Yeah, she may have.
It's just like an old man at the park.
Is
Well-
Billion walking around?
Yeah, Frida, he attacked us first.
I mean,
Well, Judy, we killed another.
I mean, well, Pip. Hey, Pip. Pip,
Yeah.
man.
I'm like looking over. I'm looking over, and I'm like kind of slow. Yeah.
You have a map. How far is the mayor's house from here?
I don't have a map of the town.
you guys
Um,
know where the town hall is.
How
Yeah.
far is it?
It's
Well, we walked.
We
for
were already
10
in
minutes,
there.
20 minutes?
We were there
it's,
yesterday.
it's like
5 minutes?
like 5 minutes. You're very central right now,
Yeah,
so
perfect. I say
um,
we just go knock.
it's
on
like right next to where the guard's post is.
Yeah.
It's like the same building.
So, are we going to the mayor, and then we're staking out in the park overnight?
Yeah.
So we waste another night and let these people run away. I don't know about
I like
that.
sleeping among the trees, anyways. So I say we do that.
So
yeah,
we
I
want
think
to
some of
say
you are too pampered. Won't sleep outside.
we're
I'll
gonna,
sleep outside. I just don't think that it's necessary for us to spend a whole another day traveling when we might have information right in town that we
True.
can collect.
This is true. I also am kind of concerned. Shall we? How far away is Billion? Like, is he gone?
You can see him walking through the park still.
I'm still concerned about Billion. We
What
don't.
about him?
I'm just worried about him. You know, all these people going missing. Billion seems to know a little information.
I don't actually think he really knows that much. I
No.
think he was just
No.
drunk and saw something.
Well,
I
I
Which
do,
was useful information to us, but
Yeah.
I don't know that he knows much more than what he's offered.
well,
I
I do
really-
hope that he cannot. That nothing bad happens to Billion, and we don't want that on our hands.
I mean, if we're staking out in the park, I'm sure
So
we'll
it just
see
sounds
it.
like a threat.
Yeah.
I
Sure hope
hope.
nothing bad happens to me.
Yeah.
Well, he won't be able to get drunk for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
really?
Yes.
Great.
Also, Loden, I'm almost out of supplies now that I made that antitoxin for you. So perhaps in the future, if you could help me gather supplies.
Oh, for sure.
All right.
More than willing. Maybe if you can teach me a little bit more about what you're doing. Not
Sure,
that-
sure.
I'd love to help.
Yes. What do you know about suspended principles?
And I make up some
That
gibberish.
much.
Oh, you know, so
Yeah, and I'm like,
He just starts talking in other language.
Yeah,
and you're
Yeah.
like, probably doesn't know.
You just start blinking. Yeah. He knows nothing.
You know that gif of that guy who's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
That's
talking about?
yes.
The meme where he's like, that's your face.
Pimpin' right now.
or the tired Winnie the Pooh meme where he's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to the mayor.
How far for just curious, how far away is the inn from where like the mayor's office?
It's like
It's not gonna take me more than like 20 minutes.
It's like a
to go
small
over it.
town.
It's a small town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it 500?
I would be right back.
It'll take you 10 minutes to get to the mayor's if you walk, like, if you do a triangle.
Behind the
to get
scenes,
there.
I'm going to try to run ahead of Billion before he gets to the tavern, and I'm going to tell the barkeep to just keep an eye on him, make sure that everything's okay. And I'm going to slide one. How much is an ale? Sorry, it was 1 ale, I believe. Or sorry, it was like 3 copper, correct?
No,
Yeah.
2 silver.
Two
for
Two
a
silver,
gallon.
sorry.
Yeah, for a gallon, that's like a big one. You can do,
Okay.
like, you can do like a smaller.
I'm going to slide four silver on the table, but I'm also going to tell her that she can't. She can drink, but you won't be like able to be intoxicated by it. So yes, make sure to keep him safe if you can. He should be here soon, but we are very worried that things could be happening in town, and we don't want to see any more people go missing. So make sure to keep a good eye on him. Is there any way for him to sleep in? This is not an inn.
He does have a house. This is an inn. But he has
Okay.
a house you can sleep in.
Yes. Make sure to see if you can maybe stay the night here, just in case.
Are you going to pay for that as well?
Yes. How much are we talking?
It's going to be 1 silver
Very
for a
well.
night's stay.
So it's either 1 gold instead. Make sure that he
Okay.
stays as safe as possible. I trust you. By the way, thank you for breakfast and all your hospitality. And I take off before he can see me come in, or before he sees me leave, if possible.
Jumps out the
So
window.
you like throw the gold piece at her. Keep him safe!
Keep him safe. He's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah, she'll,
Give you a
she'll kind
speed
of
walk?
just, yeah.
I would assume we're already making our way.
Yeah, you guys are, by
Yeah.
the time Lonan gets to the maiden, you guys have already...
And I'm gonna be like, does anybody know where Lonan went? He just runs off all the time. I don't
He doesn't really
Oh.
say, does he? He just kind
No,
of
he
runs
just
off.
takes off without
Yes.
explanation.
Strange
What-
behavior.
What is he doing?
Why doesn't he tell us
behavior.
first?
do I
Weird,
get
eh?
back when they're discussing this?
They
No,
don't...
that's
No, this is
Oh,
all...
we're already planning
No,
to-
that's
fine. I
mitigating.
won't-
Because it takes them by
Why
the
does
time...
he just leave? Like, is that not kind of suspicious?
I don't
I
know.
agree.
He just sort of runs off. Did you see him turn into a wolf and sniff around earlier?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
I just feel like he should.
I feel like I should inform you that he has some sort of transmutation magic.
What does that mean?
Perhaps he's behind.
Transmutation
this
is one of the
kidnapping.
8 schools of magic.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how much do we really
Abjuration,
know about him?
necromancy.
And he's not telling us much of what he's up to.
And the
No.
others.
Yeah, we probably should have a sit-down conversation with that one.
Yeah.
Yes, he
I
kind of just
agree.
runs off on his own, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we're a team, we'll help. I'm an antitoxin for him.
Well, I mean, are we really a full-out team right now, or are we just helping with this? I think we have to have a discussion after we finish these missing people.
Well, I know that me and...
After we finish them.
I mean, fine.
Well, I do know that me, myself, Willowa, and Mac here plan on making our way to Lurbenin.
Is that the day of the week?
Oh, no. We plan on making our way to... Sorry, I haven't eaten today.
Well, let's go find this mayor first.
We're on our way to Von Drassel.
Oh, alright.
Lurbenin's the month. We've already made it to Lurbenin. Actually, it's almost done. We're halfway through. But I think we can discuss that after we find these missing people.
I concur.
Okay, let's go see the mayor.
So by the time you guys are just like standing out front.
And we'll
of
keep
the-
an eye on Lonan.
Where is Lonan? And then we see him coming running in.
You see him speed walking up in the distance. Yeah. So you guys are just about to go in as you're approaching.
I just realized when I went into the inn, I was probably still in wolf form.
No, it only lasts like a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were out of wolf form.
Okay, good.
Take care of it.
Doesn't even know who you are.
Yeah.
Those gold coins.
Hit with a claw.
Oh, God.
So just as you can see them entering the building as you're like speed walking
Okay.
down. So as who's entering first? Like who goes in the front door first?
Not me.
I'll go in first.
Okay. So as you go in, you see a small almost sitting area with a small room off to the side, with just a couple desks thrown around. Strewn. That's the word I was trying for.
You're like,
thankfully.
where is it?
Let me see what works.
Yeah,
Strewn.
what happened to these desks?
They're all strewn around. Kind of not they look haphazard to you, but you can imagine that they have an order to them in some way. There's shelves lining the walls filled with assorted books and files and papers just stacked all over the place. And you can see into the small room in the corner. You can see sitting at a slightly larger desk than everybody else. And the rest of the room, you can see a wiry-looking woman, human woman, standing there, long-ish, brown hair, just like hunched over with like a long, like almost like beak-like nose, just like writing something. She kind of just looks like she's just writing. She hasn't noticed you guys enter.
Okay. I'll just kind of go right up to the desk and say hello.
Yeah. Oh, hello there.
We're looking for Judy.
No. So Judy's next door.
Who are we looking for?
We're looking for the
The
mayor.
mayor.
Oh.
The mayor.
That's
Pardon
me.
me.
We're
Who is not Judy?
Judy.
Who is not Judy?
Yes. No, I'm Sulphora. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Yeah.
Willowa.
Are you the mayor?
Yes, I'm Sulphora man. And who are you
Sephora?
folk? Oh, no, you're that blue woman that Judy was telling me about. You.
I look at my skin. Must be.
Oh my god.
You were the traveling party that went to investigate
Yeah.
the missing people. Did you
Yeah, the
did you
missing
find
people.
anything? Did you find my boy?
Unfortunately, not yet. We were actually wondering if you could tell us who kind of maintains the park in Kern.
That's Foe.
Foe?
Foe.
Faux, like F-A-U-X.
Yeah, Foe.
Or
It's an odd
PH.
name. I know.
I did the PH version.
He's a nice man.
How long has he worked?
Oh, he's been there for a few years now, maybe
Okay.
4. He was young. He was left here by his traveling companions.
Oh,
But he's a nice young man. He's been working with us for a while.
okay.
A while is in
4 years.
4 years.
That's quite some time.
Benefits?
Very nice to meet you, by the way.
Benefit?
Well, the government takes care. Kaderth takes care of them.
Good.
How often have people been going missing for?
Well, did you not tell you? It was just the other night was the
Just
first time.
started.
That was the first time.
It was we haven't as much. There's a lot of traffic through Kern, but we are a very peaceful town, generally at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm assuming he takes his job pretty seriously.
Oh, very. Have you seen the park?
Oh, it's
It's
beautiful.
immaculate.
He would notice when things were different and stuff. Like
Oh,
that.
most definitely. Most definitely.
Where-
Where does he live? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he
will
just
we
lives
find
in a
him?
small house off to the side, very close to the very close
To the park.
Yes.
I feel his cooperation, just ask a question, might benefit us quite a bit.
I did ask him as much as I could,
Mhm.
me and Judy, but he didn't seem to have anything. You guys can feel free to go talk to him. He's in the little blue house.
Okay.
You mentioned that, sorry, his companions left him here in the town?
Yes, it's not completely uncommon. He was quite young when it happened. It looks like he just got left behind.
Does he keep to himself quite often, or do you find him...
No, he's quite the personable young man. He has quite a lot of friends in the area. He was pretty good friends with Andre.
Your son.
Yes, I miss him dearly. I would.
Yes.
Do you think
Andre.
Foe had something to do with this?
No, I think maybe he'll just have some insight. Maybe he might have seen something. He spends so much time in the park, and we've heard some information about kind of some sightings and things. So
Okay.
we're just hoping that he might have a little bit more insight.
Well, you can go talk to me. The little blue house, as I said, near the park.
Okay.
Well, it was very nice meeting you all.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you for your time.
I reach for her hand. I'm so sorry to hear about your son.
Thank you. Oh. Thank you, my dear. And your name is?
Loden.
Thank you, Lonan. It means the world to me.
You must know that our group is dedicated to finding your son and the others that are missing.
I can tell you've been many places for us already, I've heard. Well, thank you.
Hey,
Have a great night.
Well, thank you.
have a good day, Mrs. Ma'am.
You're the man.
Haha. Never heard that before.
Get it.
As she closes the door slowly.
I built my campaign on that. I'll be the man.
Oh god.
Well,
Yeah.
time to find the blue house, you know.
Do we have enough supplies for a camp out in the park this evening?
Salted pork, some eggs, some ale.
I'm good.
It's pretty
We're
close
okay.
to the
Just
bar.
want to
you
make
know.
sure
I haven't
before we
eaten
head back
yet.
to the park that we perhaps have everything we need so we can just settle down. once
Well, we
we're
should
here.
go meet Foe first. And
Yeah,
then
go
let's-
talk to Foe, and then we'll go back to the inn. We can get food for you especially.
Hey.
I don't have to if we need to continue what we're doing.
I have some food I can share with you.
Yeah, I got some extra rations.
I have
Well,
a
if
quail
we're
left
busy.
still.
All right.
Yeah.
Very well. Let's continue on to the blue home then.
The blue house.
Okay, so you guys.
Blue house.
Blue house. So you guys just it takes you a little while. You kind of realize you went the wrong way. If you turned left, it would have been way faster to get there, but you turn right and kind of goes all a long way around. Get a good view of the park. It's like not huge, but it's big enough that like if you're standing on one side, like you definitely can't see someone on the other. And you eventually get to the blue house. It's like fairly small. It looks like it's probably only like one small room that has everything, all the amenities it needs in there. It's not really a family house. It's mainly for like a bachelor or like bachelorette, just like a single person living alone.
These homes are so small in this town.
They really are. Willowa, would you like to take this and maybe see what he has to say?
Sure. And I'll like knock on the door.
I'll be next to her.
But after a few minutes, you can hear some shuffling around, and the door will open to, and kind of like a raggedy, like brown shirts and just like basic trousers, blonde-haired man.
Does he look human?
Yes, he's a human man. Hello.
Age?
Hi there. You haven't.
Oh, this is a big group here today.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh boy.
You haven't met us before. We were just speaking to the mayor, and she told us
Oh,
we
so
could
far on.
find you here. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, she's a wonderful woman.
She is quite delightful.
Yes.
A little overpriced.
Excuse me.
Get off my property.
We just had some questions for you. If you have a few minutes.
Of course. What's this about? Is it?
About the people that have gone missing, we've
Yes.
kind of been hired to help locate them.
I'm glad that they got some extra hands.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
The guard
Perception check?
is quite small here, so
Yes,
we've offered to help.
Yeah.
Rita
It
wants
was
to do
Fair
perception check.
insight.
insight check. Sure. What are you trying to? What are you trying to?
It's only 5. But I was trying to perceive if he was actually happy that people were more looking into it or not.
From what you could tell, genuinely is like, he seemed
I
like he
believe
was okay with it. Yeah.
I believe.
You don't think there's nothing's screaming sketchy
Right.
about this guy right now. He just seems like he's kind of like a stronger looking guy. He stands up like probably like a head and a half over
How
Erie. You guys would only guess like early 20s at the very latest, maybe even late teens.
Blonde
Okay.
hair, attractive.
Blue eyes.
Chisel jump.
What are you doing in this park?
A pucker.
Plaid shirt and axe in the back.
He's just got an axe. I'm the gardener. Well, I was like, have you found my heart's missing?
We had been talking earlier to Billion.
Ooh, that old drunkard there.
Yeah.
He's quite a ruckus, isn't he?
He's quite interesting, but he did help us out a little bit. He said that he had seen some kind of weird lights in the park that kind of moved off into the distance, which we're going to look into more, but I was kind of wondering if you have ever noticed anything strange or peculiar in the park in the last few days.
Do you mean that night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Approximately 2 nights ago.
Yeah,
Traces of illusionary
I wasn't
magic.
around last night. I was out going for a walk in the countryside, so I didn't see anything here that night. But I did hear about the weird lantern light that Billion saw. He was telling a lot of people about it. It's
Well,
quite
I'm
loud.
gonna see if he looks like he's lying about looking for a
I
walk.
was going to do the same.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can. Anyone who wants to roll insight now.
Not one.
Not one.
I will too.
I'm just like, I believe.
15.
15. Okay, this number. You can tell like
10.
he definitely he was being truthful about not being in the area, but he wasn't just going for a walk. You don't know what he was doing, but like he
Right.
definitely wasn't in the area. He didn't see. He's telling the truth about not seeing the
walk.
lights.
I'm like,
How was your walk? How was your walk last night?
Well, it wasn't last night. You mean 2 nights ago?
Sorry, yes.
It was quite good. It was a beautiful day out, you know.
Yes, quite nice for a walk, I would say.
Yeah, I really enjoyed.
wasn't it rain?
And he's gonna look a little stricken.
It was raining.
It was, yeah.
There was a storm from
Wait
the
a
sea.
minute. You were walking during the middle of the night?
I like to rain.
Come inside. Come inside. He's gonna like.
I think we
Well,
should
like,
go
can
to
I
the
hurry?
beach.
I think we should kill him.
Alright, I'm
Sorry,
gonna
sorry.
go inside.
Is anyone else going inside?
Yeah,
now?
I'll go.
We'll all go
Okay.
in. We'll all go in.
So I'll
get
sit down.
crammed in.
It's a very small house. There's some chairs.
We're all like,
No, you guys can all stand.
How we are right now.
Yeah.
He's sitting on the bed.
Nice home.
In order for you guys to all like fit.
I mean, it's better than a tent, I guess.
Continue your story, good sir. About
This
this
isn't something
sunny, rainy night.
that you can share outside
Sure.
of this
Oh.
room. It's just a little. I don't want to. It's not. I would rather it not be a secret, but it's not mine to share.
Is it a side job?
Sad. What do you mean sad?
A side job.
A side job? No, it's more of a personal endeavor. I was actually out with Elian last night, 2 nights ago. The shopkeep. The reason that
isn't she really old?
no, she is a kobold.
Oh.
Hence our discussion. It isn't quite.
Interracial relations.
I do not need your judgment.
I'm not judging, I approve.
But it's not quite
I myself am a half-race.
socially acceptable for that to be.
Right. So you were away with her then?
Yes, we were
Oh,
enjoying
the
ourselves.
disappearances happened.
Sorry, what was her name again?
Alien.
Elian.
Alien.
Alien.
Not to be confused with Bellion.
Can I
the Trump.
quick
Or-
check the story?
Billion.
Billion. The Trump.
Or alien. As in alien species.
Oh, the lights.
Are you making fun of Alien?
Oh, definitely not. Look at me.
So,
True. True.
I'm sorry, is this related to the missing people?
No, you asked me where I was, and
But how?
I want to make sure you didn't think I had anything to do with this.
How about
No,
this?
definitely not.
What about the day after the Lat story and everything? Did you notice anything funny with the park? The mayor said you were quite tentative and you noticed things about the park when you can.
I definitely had. I don't know. It felt off. Something definitely felt wrong to me. I felt just like a shadow was cast over the park, like a sadness, almost like a dreamlike state.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything severe. I just thought it. I just assumed it was this like the shock of the town.
Did you happen to find anything that night in the park that might have been not meant to be there?
I wasn't there in the night. I only came the next morning. and
Right, in the
as-
morning. That's what.
How about during the day? Did you find people in the park or anything?
People were
during the
walking
rain?
through, but everybody quite seemed. Oh, you mean the day before?
Yeah, the day before.
Would you mind if we camped out in the park tonight to stake out some sort of weird occurrence?
I didn't see anything strange the day before, and I wasn't there. But yes, we can. You can. I will make Silphora aware as well.
And just to confirm, if we went and spoke with Elian, she would confirm the story as well.
Yes, but I
She'd probably be pretty cautious.
advise
Well-
your discretion.
Yeah,
This
we, don't,
isn't
we
something
won't.
that's-
We won't bother her.
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
I-
I don't know you folk, and we don't really appreciate people coming in here and tossing up our business.
For
Well,
sure.
Judy
Throw out our
gave us
dirty laundry.
permission.
To throw out all our dirty laundry. I don't think this has anything to
Thank
do
No,
you
not
for your
like
help.
that.
I think we're done here.
I believe so as well.
And also, how about you keep that camping out thing a hush hush? Just keep that between
I
us.
understand your discretion as well.
Don't worry.
Perfect.
We accept you.
So,
He shuts the door.
And
And everyone else in this town.
everyone just is like so irritated.
Yeah, they're like, find our missing people and leave.
Stop asking this question. GTFO.
Just find them. Don't ask questions.
Wasn't
Just
it?
find them.
Do something.
So, are we gonna camp out?
Yeah. I'm
So
here.
it's getting to like around like 4 o'clock now. It is late afternoon.
Is there lots of trees in this park, or
Yes.
is it like okay?
Yes, lots of trees, lots of shrubs. There's a few paths leading through that.
I'd like to climb one of the trees and kind of make myself like a little camp out station in the tree.
Okay.
Like find one nice tree with like a wide enough branch so that I can kind of like sit up against the trunk with my feet out and like in my bedroll and kind of like.
Okay, it's fairly easy to find. You guys have quite a long time to stake out the park and find
Yeah.
exactly where you
Mhm.
guys want to be.
I don't feel so good, everyone.
You need to eat.
Yes. Alright. Well, I'll eat, I guess.
Well, why don't we just head back to the bar then?
Well, I think we'll...
We have
I'm
food
saying
here.
we
I mean,
agreed
it's
that we all
only
go-
5 o'clock. We're not going to start the camp out now.
I guess we should wait till night.
Yeah.
That's what I thought we were gonna do.
All right, well.
Get some
Ears
drinks.
just already in the
I'm like-
tree.
I'll stay here.
Well, I mean,
Bye, Erie.
like,
I'll stay here, I guess.
why don't we rest up a bit now if we're gonna stay up all night? You know,
Mm-hmm.
think ahead.
Sure.
If we're going to do that, then why go to the bar, just rest up now, and then stay awake during nightfall? Is that what we agree?
We're
That's
gonna
what he
rest
just said.
outside.
Sorry.
I will. I'll stay here.
I'll agree to stay with Erie as well, too. Just
Here, take Tenaculum.
Be safe.
I take Tenaculum and I him to the tree.
Oh, keep an eye
Yeah, and he
out
starts
on,
like slugging up the tree.
Yeah.
keep an eye
Love
on
it.
Foe as well. Make sure he doesn't like
Pho.
Foo.
It's foe. You said it right.
It depends who you're talking to.
Just see where he goes. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know that he'll be too much of an issue, but
Mm-hmm.
good just to keep an eye on everybody.
True.
We'll go grab some food, and then we'll be back in probably a couple of hours before nightfall.
Yeah.
So we'll reconvene here for nightfall.
Yes.
Code word
Everyone-
is dirty laundry.
Everyone put their hands in.
Dirty laundry.
Dirty laundry
On
on
3.
4.
Is that our team name?
But 4. Why 4? I don't know. I said
Why
3
dirty
instead of 4.
Everyone,
I don't know.
Mac. put your big burly
We're
dwarf
exposing.
hands in my little thin half goblin.
You're
hands.
feeling much better at this point, by
I
the
think
way.
we're gonna expose everybody in this town.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Let's air out every.
Everyone's dirty laundry. Well, that was great, guys.
Right.
And as our ragtag group splits off to relax, we're going to take our first break of the day. Thank you all for tuning in so far, and we'll see how this night snake out in the park concludes after the break. We'll see you guys soon.
See you soon.
4, 3.
There it is.
And we're
Yeah,
back.
welcome back, everybody, to
That
AllFunNDice
was
session
lemon
3.
sprayed.
There it is.
So our wonderful group has just decided to rest and recuperate from their long travels before they stake out the park at night for any for any possibilities of nefarious actions taking place in this area. Most of the group went to the bar while Lona and Eerie stayed in the park, and we are going to reconvene as night is starting to fall. Twilight is just hitting. The sky is a beautiful shade of orange. Some clouds.
You said Lona and Eerie. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and while the rest of the 4 of you are going to go reconvene at Eerie's tree.
I will be like. I'm awake! I'll like knock on the tree. I'm awake. I've been awake the whole time.
A bird flies out.
I like hold my arm out to Knack, almost slug back onto my arm.
He looks like he hasn't moved.
He falls from the top of the tree.
Yeah. That was the wind pushing the door.
I was like,
I was
someone's broken into the house while we played D&D.
Is the dog in here? Yeah,
Yeah.
she is. Okay,
There's
good.
Okay, what would you guys like to do? It's night is just starting to fall.
I roll up my bedroll and I climb a little higher in the tree so I can have kind of a bird's eye view of the area. I'm
Okay,
gonna like find a big shrub to hide behind.
okay, you can just roll a quick investigation.
I'm going.
Are we inside the park?
Yeah, you guys are. You can decide to be outside the park if that's where you want
Well,
to
if the
stay.
illusion was casted around the park, I think we should be inside.
I'm going to go where he where the last point was, where he said that's exactly how far you were. Like when he gave me the thumbs up. When Valiant gave me the thumbs
You're gonna go right in that area.
Yeah, in that
Okay.
area. I'll just sleep there.
Pippin back.
I don't know, Knack. What do we do? I've never done a stakeout before.
Well, I'm gonna go hang out with Bonin, I think.
I guess I'll come.
As will I.
Alright.
So the girls are hiding in trees and shrubs, and the boys are sitting on the path.
Maybe someone should take turns kind of walking around the perimeter of the park. That's just an idea.
Sure.
You know, and maybe like what if something happens over there and we don't see it because
I'll
we're...
walk the perimeter and
Maybe,
cast detect magic.
Maybe some are pretty stealthy.
I'm not very stealthy.
I'm pretty stealthy. If someone wants to take up my watch in the tree, I can do it.
Could you help me up?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I wanna-
So I move down and I get underneath you and I try to like
I'll assist.
with your
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, careful, careful.
Pippin, roll an acrobatics check, and
Nice.
Oh, nice.
you can roll a athletics check with advantage.
Okay.
Natural.
Oh, not 20. Oh, you're fine.
I
Okay.
rolled a 19.
Oh, you guys like
Kill it.
you put your hand like Pippin's
his
foot is on the
eyes
bottom of your hand. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you like shoot him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
It's like
30.
starts to delay. I'm like,
It's a hula hoop that you're like spinning.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
I just throw you in the air and you just and then land on a branch.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
thank you, Willow.
My
Eerie.
what? Sorry, what?
Oh, thank you, Eerie.
You're welcome, Pippin.
You should.
And then I will
You're done.
get to. I'm gonna walk towards just kind of like the edge of the park and start just kind of stealthing my way around. I'll roll for
Yeah, you roll stealth right now.
stealth.
And this will be general for the whole night, unless something changes.
17.
17? Okay. So as night begins to fall, how long do you guys want to wait before you kind of take any action? Is there anything, any amount of time you want to wait?
I feel like we should, like, is midnight twilight?
No.
Twilight is probably around,
Three.
right now, it's probably around like 7:30, 8 o'clock. It's
Twilight is when the sun goes down.
So soon, but not quite yet.
Yeah, so like the sun, you can still see it on the horizon,
An hour past twilight?
especially you, Pippin, because you're a bit above everything else
Yeah.
with the flat area.
I'm like hyperventilating up in the tree. I'm like looking down and the ground's like, wow.
My focus will fall over.
You should be looking out.
So while everybody checks, I'll get everyone, because you're all watching, I want everyone to roll a perception check. And we're going to start with Gray, and we'll go around the table. And you guys can each tell me what your perception roll is.
I reckon that's pretty high.
Wow.
Perception is 19.
19,
16.
16,
10.
14.
11.
20, 11. Okay, so you guys all rolled pretty well. The first few hours are pretty boring, lackluster. There's like a couple walks through the park just hand in hand, and they kind of like hurry by, seeing like just a group of strangers kind of going around, like kind of walking the perimeter and just kind of in the park. People don't kind of recognize. They don't look alarmed, but they're kind of just like, oh, it's not where we want to be. We want to be alone. But towards the midnight hour, as the sun is fully down, the stars are fully bright, Willowa, faintly drifting in the air, you will hear the soft music of strings in the very melancholy and somber tone, drifting silently, not silently, drifting quietly through the night air. And Eerie, you, along the perimeter of the park, will see slowly across like at the edge of town from where you are, you'll see lights
Okay.
dancing and slowly making their way around the perimeter.
They're not in the park?
They're not in the park. They're around the outside of the town. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make a sprint back towards like our home base, like
Okay.
our home base tree,
Yeah.
and be like, "Is everyone awake?"
Yep.
Yeah. No one's passed out yet.
Yes.
The lights! I see the lights. They're around the perimeter of the park. I'm gonna be like kind of off by myself, even though like she's just like kind of gathered and everyone's talking, and I'm gonna just be like listening for like this sound.
Do I only see the lights, or do I also hear the strings?
Now that you are where you are now, you can. Who rolled? Also,
I did.
you did. You can also, Gray. You and Eerie can hear the very faint, like sad music playing.
Do you hear that?
I don't hear anything.
I can hear the strings.
And I'm like off by myself, like trying to like basically follow the sound of the
Okay.
the music that I'm hearing.
Great,
Okay.
great, catch me. And I drop.
I try to.
Roll for.
Roll athletics.
Yeah.
Catch me.
No, just catch me.
Athletics?
Yep.
17.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
See,
It's very light.
and I'm gonna be like, no, bring me towards the lights. And I start casting detect
I put
magic.
him down.
Yeah.
Drop.
Yeah.
So Willowa is a little bit ahead, right? And the lights are going to be taking you. The music that you're hearing is going to be taking you out of the park.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
I'll
going
follow.
to be running towards the lights.
Okay.
Yeah, I
so
will
you're
follow.
you're actually probably going to be running in the same direction as
Okay.
Willowa. So you guys are
I
all
will
heading in
follow,
the
and
same
I'm not
direction.
ritual casting, I'm using a spell slot.
Oh,
Cast
okay.
Detect magic.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
following Eerie.
Okay.
Do me and Knack know?
You guys are in the
We
same
were all in the
area.
same area.
It's
Oh,
close
okay.
enough. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have all heard this.
Come on.
I'm gonna follow Pippin.
Okay.
So we're in line.
Okay. So Willowa, you exit the park first because you kind of had a head start of walking away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Bad Willow. What was it? Sorry, wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's a 6.
A 6, Willowa. As you approach, you see the lights and you hear the music, and it hits you full force. And you just feel like a tightness in your chest lock up, and you just feel this immense sadness and like melancholy.
Okay.
As you just, in the lights, in the dancing lights that you see in front of you, you see your crew. You see your shipmates
Okay.
walking through the town, and you just have this immense urge and almost like unquenchable desire to like follow them, that you need to go with them. That
Okay.
like they're like guiding you to where you
Right.
need
I'm
to
gonna
be.
like start moving faster actually towards them, and like maybe if somebody were to look at me like more closely, my eyes are kind of misting up a bit.
They're like glossed over, like you're not fully there.
Yeah.
Yep. And you'll see that as
'Cause
well,
you're, like,
Yuri,
crying.
because you're the most in front.
I see that she's crying.
You won't see her crying, but you see her like pick up the pace without
Okay.
saying a word to any of you.
How's my detect magic gone?
Nothing in the area. It's only within 30 feet of you, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing in the area of where you are.
Can we see the lights now that they've been pointed
You
out?
guys haven't quite hit the edge of the park. So once you guys do hit the edge of the park, you'll see Willow like dashing in a direction, and Eerie, since you were in front, you will see the tail ends of the lights. And when
Okay.
you do, you will make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh. 5.
Eerie, you get hit with this same. Your heart feels like it stops for a second, and although it's impossible, you see your family,
Oh my god.
tall and strong, beckoning you to come with them and to follow them, because they're guiding you just where you need to be. They're guiding you home.
Brother, sister. And I will start to run
So because
faster towards
because
them.
Eerie, I was right behind Eerie. Do I see like the magic affect her?
You can see like an enchantment
Yeah.
wash over. You can tell that Eerie is enchanted, but you don't.
Enchantment, enchantment, everyone, enchantment magic. Eerie.
You don't react. You're running.
I'm running.
You're running.
I took
Oh
off.
no! Oh no! Lonan, Eerie's been charmed or something.
How? What happened to her?
I don't know. I detected an aura of enchantment magic.
So do I see her running at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her and Willow are running away. We have to follow
The
them right
four
now.
of you are all at the edge of the woods, of the edge of the park now. But you can still faintly. All of you can hear the music faintly now, but you can't see the lights.
Can I use thaumaturgy? And I want to yell, Eerie, Willowa, focus, and have that like as loud as I possibly can.
Yeah, you can do that. It doesn't have any effect on them. As you do that, Willow turns the corner.
Okay,
And it's
we have
on.
to follow.
I'm going to be running as fast as I can after Eerie.
Okay. So I want to have both of you roll a. Yep, both of you can roll a roll a athletic check because you're running. It's like this is like a stamina kind of
Hold
situation.
on, wait. I want to before.
Willow was like gone.
11.
11. Okay.
Pieced a long time ago.
Yeah. You had a bit of a head start. You guys can all be following as well.
Yeah, we're all
Sure.
following. We're
Yeah.
all chasing them.
Yep.
Where are they? So they ran around the side of the park.
Well,
Eerie's still in view.
I'm still within view.
Willow has like ducked behind a building where
So you don't know which way I'm
yeah
going.
you didn't see where the lights were. That's
Okay.
why. So you didn't see the lights.
What was I rolling again?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Okay, so I'm at 16.
16. So you're able to catch up to Eerie.
Okay.
So you're running alongside her now, and you can see that her eyes. It almost looks like lights are on, but nobody's home. Like she is just not like fully herself right now.
And we're just following in the direction.
Yeah.
We're chasing.
I don't know if I should grab her or let her run.
Lonan,
What would you like me to do, Pippin?
I don't know. She's been enchanted.
I think we should try to stop her.
Yeah, probably.
Do I have any sense that can I hear them or see that they're yelling at me?
It almost feels like they're like miles away.
Like underwater, like
Yeah,
Yes.
like, you hear like.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just.
Do I see them though?
Through a fog.
Okay.
You're very tunnel visioned. You're like, I need to like. You can't see the lights right now anymore, but like you still
know
are
the
feeling
direction.
Tripper.
repulsed by them.
I'm going to just try to grapple her, grab her and hold her.
Okay, and that's an athletics check on your end, and it can be an acrobatics check on your end.
Okay.
Athletics again on mine?
Yep.
13.
Wow. Oh wait, that's
Who has a higher bonus?
What was it? Athletics again?
No, you're
acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Oh my god.
20.
Oh yeah, so you
Oh,
You grab her and she's like.
you go to grab her
I-
arm, but it slithers away.
I hit him with my quarterstaff under his legs so he falls.
Ooh,
Yeah.
and you don't hit hard. You're not hitting hard enough to
I'm
do
just trying
damage,
to
and
make
you
him
don't
stop.
hit the ground hard enough to do damage, but you do trip. And in that moment, Eerie is gonna like take the bend around the
Bye.
house.
Well,
Bye.
I'm going to try to catch up after her as fast as I can, I
Okay,
guess.
so you guys will be able to
We're all
like, close
chasing.
the thing, and as you turn the corner, who would have been at the front of the pack?
Me and Lona.
Yeah.
No, Lonan would have tripped, so he would have been in the group but towards the back, so
That's
he's not
true,
in the
though.
front right now.
So it would have been me next because I was right behind Eerie.
Could have
Okay,
been
so
me after you.
They all
You-
outpace me, so I'll be at the back.
yes,
Yeah.
so we'll say Gray and Pippin at the same moment will turn and hear they kind of have that blast of music wash over them and see the lights ahead. And Willowa, you have slowed to a walk. You're close enough to the lights that you were within them almost. within like, and yeah, you're almost like within the lights, and Erie's like still lurking, ready to catch up. But you guys can both make a wisdom saving throw.
I have a question. Is this a charm effect?
You have advantage.
Because I have Fate
Yeah,
Ancestry.
you have advantage on it.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh,
And a 19.
Wow.
natural one. Okay, Gray, you see almost like a shambling corpse walking through the mist, but you recognize this. This is someone you are very familiar with. This is someone that, as much as maybe you fear her at times, that you've given your life to in a way, and you know that she wouldn't guide you wrong. She would not guide you wrong. So you're gonna be following. Pippin, you feel this like tightening in your chest at first, and you see none other. Rinder.
No, he passed it.
I passed
I know,
it.
but you're able to shake it off, and instead of Rinder, you see a tall, ghostly form of like a specter, playing like a fiddle,
Oh.
with these lights dancing around him.
Alright.
And it almost looks like he's walking but leaving no footprints.
Walking but leaving no footprints?
Yeah,
Playing a fiddle.
and you saw the form of Rinder momentarily beckon to you before you were able to shake off the.
I am going to stop.
You're gonna stop.
Yeah.
And
You're
you
gonna
keep
stop,
on track.
and you were running now. You're running it
Yeah.
still.
I'm
And
good.
so you stop, and Lone and Nak, you will round the corner, and you guys can make a wisdom saving throw. Oh my god, are you guys all failing?
I didn't. I got 13 plus. I guess it depends on what.
Wait,
Yeah.
does it go on my? It goes that plus with just
Saving
Your
throw,
wisdom
saving throw.
19 total for me.
19,
Ooh.
Nak, you
That's
Eight.
gonna be all by himself.
8. Okay, Lonan, you see the late Merchant King walking with you, and like they're like the people you worked with and the people you were always like okay with, and they're like, we accept you, Lonan. We're not like you're safe now, and you run after them still.
Okay.
Yes, you like barrel into Pippin, but like somersault and like keep.
And
running.
as I'm running, I'm just yelling, "I'm so sorry! I did not do it! I'm telling you, I'm innocent!" I'm just gonna continuously yell that as loud as I can.
Yep.
As I like burst into tears and
And
like,
you're running.
sobs. Yeah.
And at this point, Eerie is walking like beside Willowa, like within this group of lights next to the specter. And Nak, you will see your family momentarily before you were able to wash off this melancholy and see the same specter that Pippin sees. So the whole group of y'all are just
Under some sort of enchantment.
We gonna die.
We're going to die.
We call that.
so Pippin and Nak, you guys are the only ones conscious right now.
I'm just standing
You're
there.
the only one that can do anything.
How far away is this specter?
Yeah, you're out of breath.
The specter,
Yeah.
it's
and-
probably quite a while away now. I would say probably a few hundred feet.
Okay.
Are you running still? Because Pippin stopped.
I want to try to approach it. Yeah.
So you're still running to catch up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to take you a bit longer, and
Okay.
probably take you like only a few minutes to catch up.
Sure. Sure.
Are they all still running?
They're walking. The rest of the group has caught up, and they're like all walking like within these lights, like surrounding the specter. Okay.
Good, good.
Okay, so I am going to pull a little. Is the specter within range of me?
No, it's like at this point, since you stopped, it's like almost like 1,000 feet away. At this point, it's like
But they're
pretty
all
far.
with the specter.
Yes.
They've ran 1,000 feet.
You like
You were
Willow
behind
was
us,
already
and
there.
we continued running after you stopped.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
I will.
stopped for a
I
while.
will try to catch up to them now.
Okay. So now you have they're like half the distance there now.
Okay. Yeah. As soon as I'm within 30 feet, let me know.
Okay.
All right, the Knack will get there first.
Yeah, we'll get there first. You're gonna be like probably halfway by the time Nak is within
Yeah.
range. So yeah, you're within 30 feet. You can see these lights. The specter still hasn't like. Are you saying anything as you're running?
Yeah. No, not as I'm running.
Okay.
No.
Then so the specter doesn't turn. It doesn't see you. It just continues playing
Yeah.
this sad
Yeah.
string music. It almost sounds like as you get closer, it almost sounds like it's like multiple like violins and violas and cellos and like harps playing this sad, like melancholy, like nostalgic song. Like
It's like the Barney theme song.
oh.
Just like my childhood.
Okay, so what would you like to do? So
So when I'm within 30 feet of it, I want to say a prayer and attempt to turn undead.
okay.
Yeah.
You. What would you like to say? Like, what kind of prayer? What are you saying? You brandish your holy symbol, so
yes.
you brandish your hammer.
Yeah, my hammer. Yeah. And I will say, Valona, I seek your aid. For on this night, my friends are in such a plight.
So you'll say that loud and boom, and like a
We
heat
all
will,
break trance.
a heat will rise in your cheeks, and the spectre will turn to you, continuously playing, and you'll see just a mask of white covering the top half of its face with like horns like peeling back, almost like ram's horns. And it just looks, and then plays faster, and everybody starts to run ahead of you, the group.
I catch up. Did you stop them?
They're just running.
No.
They were walking before, but now they're all like running.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, we chase after.
Okay, so the Phantom and the group will run through the fields. You guys get off. You guys pass the Journeyman's Path and run straight through the fields towards the ocean. You run for a long time.
It'll take 2.7 hours for us to get to the ocean.
So it's a few hours. You guys can
Of
keep,
running?
It's like jogging eventually.
How far are they
still
from
moving?
us?
What?
The spectre's still moving.
The Spectre's moving with them. It looks like it looks like it's like walking at the same pace, but it's moving as fast as.
How far are they from us? The people, like our party.
Probably only 100 feet at this point. Like they're keeping a steady distance ahead of you.
Whistle and call
And
your
Eerie is
steed.
like pulling ahead, but like she's slowing down every so often.
Can I bonus action cast magic weapon and then attack the spectre?
It might be too far.
It would be too far.
It's too far. Like I can't catch up to it.
Not with your speed.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have anything of range, you can try to hit something.
This is a really hard run. I'm not.
I'm not made for this.
Where's your donkey?
Way too far behind. Old Greta.
So we just keep chasing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eventually, they will lead to you will eventually get like the whiff of salt water in your noses as you realize you're getting close to the beach, and the ground will like eventually slope downwards. And, are you getting tired, Pippin?
Yeah, I just ran for 2 hours.
As you see the ocean, Pippin collapses from not from exhaustion, but from tiredness.
Oh my gosh.
As you see, the Spectre and your friends slow down and slowly approach what looks like a shack. Put out a little ways into the tide, walking along a rickety, kind of like pier kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can see like the tide. It's not really rough seas, but it's like lapping against the shore and against this little hut. And the last thing you see of your friends is the Spectre phasing through a wall, and then your friends going in through the door.
Yeah, so you're the only one who sees this.
No, you would have seen it too. You collapse, but you can still see it.
Okay. Knack, you have to save them.
Oh, I guess it's just me. Okay.
Well, I'll come. Just give me a second to catch my breath. Alright, go ahead.
All right.
Go first.
Off I go.
And
I will take my shield and my hammer out. And I'll be ready for whatever I might encounter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you approach, you see a small hut off to the sea, and you can't see, there's no windows on the side that you guys are approaching from. But you know that the last you saw of your friends is that they walked inside. And you see the door slightly hanging ajar right at the front.
I approach the door.
Okay? Do you open it?
Yes.
Okay. So Pippin and Knack are standing by the door as Knack opens it. And as you open it, you see, just like kind of lined against this wall with a broken window behind them, like blowing hither, especially Willow was blowing in the wind. You see them just standing almost like dead-eyed, standing in the door. And at your feet on this big carpet, you see 6 other bodies. And you can quickly recognize marigolds. With creatures. Small, infant-like, but like gray and almost like they look wrong. They don't look quite right. Like crawling over them, and as you can see them like putting their lips to their like ears and like sucking something out. They're not actually like it's not like fluids, but it almost looks like a spectral.
Baby Dementors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you say that they're all standing in front of a door? Is it a door?
This is a
It's a
window.
window.
It's a window. Is it open?
It's broken.
It's broken.
It's broken.
So
okay.
like there is air coming through. But you do not see the spectre, but you see these like babies. And you opened it slowly enough that no one is alerted yet. That these weird creatures look like they're feasting.
Oh my gods. Turkey baster acid splash.
Okay, roll initiative. And I will have all of you roll initiative as well.
Okay.
But you guys are able to act currently.
Oops. I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Okay,
Not too bad.
so I
Trevi,
will
you've had bad
throw,
rolls today.
I'll
Seriously.
throw everybody on the board.
So they
Who
go-
are standing
I
right in
think
front
it's
of the
just
window.
dice trap.
I think so too.
Cursed.
Oh god, no! Nick, I pushed Willow off.
Rule, you
She's
fell in the
dead.
water.
She fell into the
She
water.
fell
Oh,
right
no.
through that window that was
Our
broken.
first
Oh my
victim.
God.
Okay, so
A casualty.
Casualty of war.
What are these
You
little
see-
creepy babies?
you
What
see
the
little
hell?
creepy
I know.
babies
Magic fill ghost.
scattered along the floor, kind of like. Okay, so 25 to 20.
We all just ran a marathon, guys.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
Okay,
So 25 to 20?
yeah,
I rolled a 21.
21. Pippin is
Nice.
fierce.
Okay.
Okay, so now 19 to 15.
17.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So 17, you said? Eerie?
Yes.
15 gray.
Gravy.
Gravy.
Greedy.
Your name's a color.
It's a solid.
Okay, next up is 14 to 10.
11.
I got 11 too.
Okay, double 11.
You didn't add your.
I don't have one. Yeah.
We cute.
Whoa,
Besties.
11.
Where'd you get Lonan?
Okay, so 9 to 5.
Yeah. I got 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 9 yeah.
I should be rolling another die.
Oh boy.
So these ones are
Well,
like.
that's a natural 20.
Oh, come on.
Wasted it.
You wasted
I should be
it.
What's up,
rolling
that
another
dice?
That would have been
Damn
your.
you.
That would have been your first attack.
I know.
My new dice are doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I rolled the other
Lucky
ones.
rolls.
I'm rolling pretty well too today.
Okay, and Pippin, you're
I'm
gonna be
not.
the top of the round. You see these little babies. You're off to the side from where Knack is, but you would be able to squeeze by him to get into the building. But you said you wanted to do acid splash.
Yes. So
What's the range of acid splash?
the range of acid splash is
It's really far, I remember
60
that.
feet.
Yeah, no one
You're
is
gonna
within
get
5
one.
feet of one another though. Currently,
That's
so you're
fine,
only
but I
hitting one.
don't want to hit the people unconscious.
Just us?
You
No, he's trying to hit the little gray babies.
So I hurl a
Gravies.
bubble of acid. Choose one creature within range, or choose two creatures
it
within
says
range.
or, so you can choose to
Yeah.
one.
Okay, so I'm going to choose this one right in front of me,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull my little turkey baster out of my bag that's full of acid that I brewed this morning, and shoot
Okay.
it out. So you need to make a dexterity saving
A
throw.
dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity.
Okay, what am I trying to beat?
My spell save DC, so 14.
And I failed.
Yeah, melt that baby.
Yeah,
Melt that bee.
Melt that
They still actually haven't seen you yet.
They're really just healing them.
Yeah, we're here. We saved them.
Where are the children?
Where are the children? We're actually indentured little ghost babies.
For children
With
to
our
see.
luck, probably.
Yeah. So, I do 1d6 damage,
Ooh.
and I rolled 2.
So 2 damage?
You
And
do
that is
good.
2. Okay. So it like it gets sprayed with this acid. It doesn't do too much, but it looks behind you and like a hiss.
I'm gonna be like,
And it has like
"Oh."
long needle-like teeth.
Yeah. I'm still panting.
Next up, you hear all throughout this. You still hear the fiddler's music. So all of a sudden, it takes a sharp, like it's like a scree on. Yep. Scree. And both of you, Pippin and Knack, you must make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Are you
Is
gonna
this where we die?
die?
I was gonna say, is this where we die?
D&D's over.
Yeah, thanks for watching. They all did.
Oh,
I rolled a. Oh, maybe not. I rolled a. 13?
You rolled an 11.
11. So I rolled a 13.
11.
11. So Pippin, you pass, but Knack, you fail. and this horrid music.
Horrid.
Oh God, I rolled
Horrid.
awful.
Oh, good. That's a good
Equivalent to Erie's pipe playing.
So
Yeah.
you take
the flute playing.
you take 3 thunder damage, and Nak, you take 6. As you see the specter of this weird fiddling ghost appear from beside the door where you guys are. It floats
Where is it?
into view. It was right here. You couldn't see it.
Oh, it was right in front of me.
And it floats into view. It floats
It was
away
like
from the
behind
wall.
the door.
It was behind the
It
door.
was behind the door. You guys like opened the door almost into it.
Little bastard.
Okay, next up is... Okay, surprise. Next up is Nak.
Oh,
Eerie is under
We
under
can't-
control.
we can't
so
right,
next up is
right.
Nak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will look at the fiddling ghost, and I am going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Guiding Bolt. What do I have to do? Is that an attack roll?
nothing. I make a range attack roll, yeah.
Make a range attack roll.
Ooh, these rolls.
Poopy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong one.
14.
14 to hit.
Yeah.
And 14 hits.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
what we needed.
Take
what
some
we
damage then.
Oh, not bad.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah. 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
Radiant,
okay.
yeah.
Radiant?
Yes.
So you see this hits, and and you just like shoot a bolt of light, and it kind of like illuminates the form. But it's weird because it almost makes it like transparent, like except for the mask.
Cool.
Yeah, like the bone white mask on its face. And you
With
said
horns
12?
on it and stuff.
12, yeah. And next attack on it has advantage.
Okay. And then next up is we're gonna go back to the top of the round because you guys got a surprise round because the little babies didn't see you, only the fiddler saw you.
Cool. So it's me again?
Yep.
Alright. I am going to... And everybody else in the party except for me, Nak, is still like tranced.
They're just still standing there because the fiddle music is still playing. It picked up like a fast like.
Is it playing the Devil Went Down to Georgia?
That's what I was thinking. The whole time.
It's actually Jude Sandstorm.
Oh my
We're just like,
RP headphone users.
Sorry, guys.
That's what they just felt like.
Yeah.
I am going to... I don't think I can... I'm going to look over at my friend Nak,
Still in the doorway.
and I'm going to take a little vial out and dump it over his head and cast Shield of Faith on him.
Okay.
And a bunch of sap will go over, and it'll be all sticky and glowing. And now you have Shield of Faith on you.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm going to
What's the bonus?
+2.
+2 to your armor. And that's all I'm doing.
Okay. Next up is the fiddler. Okay.
The fiddler.
And the fiddler is gonna look at you, Nak, and then kind of like a greasy smile with like broken teeth from the mouth that you can see, and it's gonna like play a little riff on its fiddle, and you're gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on.
Low. I think that's an 11, I think.
An 11. Okay,
Yes,
so
11,
you
yeah.
fail, and you're gonna take 4 necrotic damage as you hear the sound just amplify endlessly in your ears.
We're dead, guys.
Okay, next up is little baby.
Little baby.
Little baby is the
Oh,
one
love it.
that was acided in the face. Right here. Little baby is gonna look at you, Pippin,
And I can't
beside.
cover.
The door is open, so it would be part cover, but it's not doing an attack on you. It's gonna look at you, and you're gonna like be entranced by its eyes.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I was like,
Nice.
give me those lashes.
Yeah.
Okay, and make
Color
a
green.
charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Oh, shit,
And
guys.
what is your fey interested to do?
I have advantages on being charmed, and I can't be magically put to sleep.
Okay, so that actually you see this entrancement, and it actually does nothing to you.
Oh.
You feel it just like waft off your body, and the baby sneers.
These fae.
I want
These little
somebody
fairies.
to draw one of these babies for me.
One of these hissing
I imagine
gray
it like
babies.
I have an image in my head, but I just can't draw, or else I would have made some for you
I'm just
guys.
picturing like baby Voldemort.
Basically, that's a good way to think of it with like
Do you know
sharp
when
needle
he's
teeth.
like under the thing in the station?
Before they dump them in the cauldron.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing.
It's very similar to
Very
that.
accurate?
A bit more
Okay.
like poxed looking, like they have like almost like craters in them.
Ew.
Grossy.
Little moon babies.
Okay, next
Okay.
up is Mac.
I think they're cute.
Well, you
Do
poor
I want
boys.
to? Do I want to?
We're just like enjoying the concert.
They're like, ooh, good stuff.
Bumpin'.
Okay, I will. I will strike my shield once very hard with my hammer.
Okay.
And in doing so, there's going to be like a bit of reverberation, and then like a giant anvil is going to appear,
Ooh.
and it's going to like go forward, zoom forward.
Is it spiritual
it's
weapon?
spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And it's going to attack the spectre, like the fiddler.
The fiddler?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So you can make an attack roll. Against the fiddler.
17
17
plus
hits.
like 6, yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Oh yeah. That's a good 2.
2 damage. But add your wisdom modifier.
Yeah, which is 4, so 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
So the anvil crashes into the fiddler, and it almost like phases through his body. But you can tell that it was like almost like got punched by it.
Cool.
I like it.
Here, I made a quick anvil.
Boom.
Very nice.
So next is this baby in the back,
Baby.
and it's actually gonna run up 1, 10, 15, 20, 25. Ooh, right in the face. of
They're all just
Mac.
like, wah, wah,
And it is going to attempt to entrance you with its eyes. So you're gonna make a charisma saving throw.
all these babies they run
A
up to and
charisma
they're
saving
like,
throw?
Oh, who
Yeah,
looks so
how cute I am.
cute.
Nope.
It's like Puss in Boots.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, so you failed. You said
Oh yeah.
so you
oh no, guys.
collapse in a slumber
Oh
on the
no.
ground.
So my spiritual weapon's gone.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for making that.
So you're unconscious.
That's for you.
Guys.
Here's weird, Dad.
I run away. I'm just kidding.
Bye, I didn't know you that well.
It would make sense.
Oh, Tenaculum. Where's Tenaculum?
Tenny's on you.
He's with you.
Use your bonus action last turn though.
I did use my Did I?
Isn't
Yeah.
your fifth bonus?
Is it what?
No, it's not. It was actually you didn't use Tenny last turn.
That's fine. I forgot about him.
Tenny's on your body right now.
Yeah.
Um.
It's on my shoulders.
Yep. So next up is the other baby, and the other baby can't even get to anyone. So like it's just gonna like run up and like kind of scratch at the door and trying to get through, but it's getting blocked by the sleeping form of Knack.
No. Is it my turn?
Back up to the top of the round with Pippin. Pippin, you just saw Knack fall to the ground.
Oh yeah, because we don't get initiation, I think, right? Because I'm asleep.
Initiation.
I mean,
You guys are like under this charm,
Yeah.
so you guys can. You
If
guys
we
are
break-
seeing
if
all
it's-
of this happening.
yeah, if it's
I'm
broken,
gonna
then
try.
we'll be able
I'm
to
gonna
do-
try something crazy. Can I lean in to see inside?
Yes, you have like weird covered. Like you can't see. This baby's like right in your face right now, but you can see everybody here.
Good thing I cannot be put to sleep, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, truth.
you can see everybody kind of. The fiddler is out of your range of vision though. You can hear the music, but you can't see.
That's fine. I am going to look through, and I'm gonna pull a little like flask that's got like twine wrapped around it out of my bag, and it's kind of like glowing like a burnt orange. And I'm gonna roll it across the floor, and I'm gonna cast grease and try to knock the whole party on the ground.
Okay, so grease. What does grease do?
So, slick grease covers an area in a 10-foot square, so I won't be able to put everyone in it.
Okay, so where is you putting the 10 foot? You have to, who is your favorite?
So I'm gonna choose Willowa, and I'm gonna choose Gray.
Okay.
So
You
right,
bastard.
so right here.
You
So,
bastard.
so in a 10-foot
Being great,
square,
like, good choice.
centered on a point within range, and it turns into difficult terrain for the duration. And when the grease appears, each creature standing there must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
I'm gonna make you guys do a dex with disadvantage because you guys are not really like you guys are kind of like in this weird state right now.
So I'm gonna be like,
10.
10.
to make.
And you're beating 14?
They're being
Dexterity
14.
saving throw?
I failed.
That is a 5.
A 5, so you both fall. And on the fall, you guys are going to clunk your heads off of the... What?
Floor.
You guys are going to clunk your heads off of the ground, and you can feel the music like fade. And like, with a quick snap back to reality.
Good job. Good job.
So you guys are prone right now.
That
And you guys are kind of like, you guys aren't really aware of what's happening. You just like, the music is still playing, but you see the fiddler's form change from your crew and from your goddess to this like ghostly form.
Okay.
And I'll use my bonus action to command Tenaculum.
Is he flying?
No, he's not. And I'm gonna have Tenaculum give our friend Knack, who's unconscious, I'm going to use one of my alchemical salves. So Tenaculum will start like producing an oil, like he'll start like perspirating. And I'm going to use my inspiring self.
Okay.
So, so the target feels giddy and effective, gaining advantage on certain ability checks for the next hour. Advantage on ability checks.
Okay. Equal to your intelligence modifier, right? So you're getting advantage on 4?
Yes.
Yeah. So then you're asked 4 ability checks.
Yes, and that's my turn.
Okay, next up is the fiddler. Okay. And the fiddler is gonna is very focused on you still, Pippin. Because it didn't really see what you did over here, so it's like its whole focus is on you. So it's gonna drift over, so it has a better view of you.
Can it see me? Look at those people in the way.
They're like this tall. they're like babies, and this thing is like tall.
Okay.
You can see over you. And it is going to cause you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. I'm not wise. I'm intelligent.
Pretty
Ooh, I
wise.
rolled good. Never mind. I rolled a 17.
A 17? Okay, so you hear a sharp noise in your ear, but it's not as intense as it could have been. You can tell, yeah. The dude sound sort of just overwhelms you for a moment, and you take 4 necrotic damage.
Ow.
What's your HP right now?
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
That's not again.
You're currently charmed.
You're just like bopping right now. You're like,
You're at a
If you want to know what my HP is, D&D Beyond. Updates it right now.
okay, next up is poor Eerie it's not her turn. But it is this boy in front, right here. And he's gonna like clamber over top of his friends. So like stand and crawl right over here.
He's gonna start biting you.
And he's going to lean down towards his head, and the same wispy tendrils are gonna start coming out of Knack. And Knack, you're gonna make a wisdom saving throw.
It's like eating your dreams.
It's a dream.
And I think you have
Because they have to be unconscious.
normally. No, you're fine. You have advantage because Nick gave you advantage, right?
If I
no.
choose to, right? Don't have to,
You have it on ability checks,
Oh,
not
not
saving
saving
Oh,
throws.
okay.
Okay.
But it's not disadvantage, so you're okay.
well, I got a nat
He's not
1.
one.
So.
Oh, well, okay. So you're gonna take,
He's not.
Yeah.
in your mind, you're just like being chased by like this never-ending like ocean tide, like coming to swallow you up.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna take 8 psychic damage. Yeah, and you're gonna see, and Pippin, you will see his body like convulse as like this force is being drained out of him.
I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do!
Next up, though, is Gray, and Gray is alive.
You are prone.
Gray is prone, and you're in like a whole bunch of like.
And I know what happened. Right?
You are aware enough. The time that it took for you to like, you're like aware. You were always aware of what was happening. It just almost felt like a dream.
And then would I have made the conclusion that when I fell and hit my head, that stopped the picture of my goddess?
Yes, I can say that would be a logical conclusion that you could make.
Do you
Okay.
know that it was an illusion?
He knows that whacking his head woke him up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so then
you guys already had like a basis that this was an illusion of sorts.
I'm going to half movement speed, walk up, stand up.
Okay. That was also slaying
And
down.
I'm super angry. And I turn green.
You turn green.
At this point, I'm just going to like.
Super angry.
Not really. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go like. I'm gonna do like a half hard slap across Lonan's face.
Okay, so roll
Yeah.
Hot hard.
roll
hard.
just
Or a
an
semi-soft.
attack. You're not proficient
Semi-soft,
in offhanded
half hard.
attack, so it's just a straight d20 roll.
Okay. He's not gonna dodge it or anything, right?
1 second. Roll with advantage.
At 14.
14. It doesn't do enough. Loden's armor is a bit too high. He's a bit too
Oh, for-
sturdy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll just leave him alone and walk
Leave him
forward.
alone.
Is it like? Is it difficult terrain because all those people are like unconscious on the rug?
There's enough gaps that they can step around it. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
And then I'll just do Vow of Enmity on the one,
The ghost.
On the
the
fiddler?
ghost,
Okay.
and then I'll walk toward him.
Vow
Okay.
of enmity.
So, 5, 10. You can only... Yeah, you can make it right beside him because
Okay.
of the difficult terrain and the half movement that you had.
And then that's all.
Okay?
So it is difficult terrain.
Oh, agrees.
You grease.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Your grease is difficult terrain. So next up is Knack and Willowa. And Willowa, you are just bashed your head on the ground.
So I can use what my like half my movement to
To
get
get
up. So I'll do that first, and I'll kind of like look around, and I'm gonna look at the kind of look over at the group that
At the
of
door?
like bad guys that are kind of surrounding Knack right now, and kind of like
Yeah.
make eye to eye contact with Knack, and I'm like, oh shit.
Knack's on the ground.
Oh,
Knack's unconscious.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
not eye to eye
You
contact.
can see, it's a little hard to see because there's people in your way, like Gray and the fiddler in your way, but you can see Pippin like scared.
Yeah, and I'm like,
So I'll step like, I have what, like 15 movement?
Yeah, but this is difficult terrain, so you can only really move to like one space away from the
That's
grease.
where I'll go. Yeah,
Okay.
like kind of right on the side of Gray, and then I'm going to do chromatic orb,
Ooh,
Oh, I love that spell.
and
that's a good spell.
That was really good, yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Okay, which one are you attacking?
Probably just the one of the ones right up.
This
in
one right
front.
here?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
we'll say the one right like in your
Yeah, that's
vision,
fine.
right?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Roll attack.
So 18.
18 hits. Roll your damage.
Right.
What kind of damage are you choosing? Ooh,
The
nice.
lightning.
Lightning damage.
What's it? Oh my god.
10, 13 damage.
13 damage.
Nice.
So this ball of lightning arcs out and like zaps the creature, and you can see it like tase for a second.
I'm
Before
gonna
it
like
turns and, like,
I'm gonna
hisses
kind
at
of
you
like
again.
swirl my hands around, and like a ball will kind of like electricity will form in my hands, and I'll just like shoot it out.
Love it. Okay, next up is Knack.
I can't do anything.
No, you can roll though another charisma saving throw.
Oh, can I? Charisma?
Yep, at the end of your
How do
turn.
you use
So
that?
you won't have a turn after this, but
Nope.
nope. Okay.
10
So Knack is dozing. Your dreams are a bit better now.
That's good.
Guy.
I need
So,
some new dice, guys.
Next up is
$61 days.
Yep. Going for it.
number 2 here, and number 2 is gonna run. It's gonna turn and look at you, Willowa, and you're gonna make your charisma saving throw as its eyes like pierce into you, almost with like almost like malicious intent because you just hit it.
Beautiful eyes.
Yeah,
Oh.
I rolled a 2.
That too.
Oh my gosh.
So Willowa
Our
is
rolls
sleeping
are
again.
so bad.
Kill these babies. What are they made out of? Just boot them into the
They're
water.
like made out of phlegm.
So Willowa falls to the ground to sleep. Once
Well, did a
more.
little
Yeet
bit
them out the
while I
window.
could.
Oof.
Delonan's out too. He just kicked me across the dock.
It's fine. 1 second. I'm getting a
Wait, am I out? Am I out, you said?
No, you're just
No.
charmed. You
Okay,
can
I was like-
you're fine. You're
Yeah,
still on.
I was like, if he knocked me, he didn't knock me out from side.
Next is this one, and this one's gonna lean through the door and try to suck at your dreams again. So you have to make a wisdom saving.
Oh, you're gonna get
Make sure we
destroyed.
suck.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good. So,
Yeah, you're good. So you take no damage.
What'd you roll?
17.
Yeah. So your mental fortitude is strong enough to like dissuade this attack. So Pippin.
Solitude.
Pippin Faust. Alright, I'm going to look over at the little baby sucking Knack's dreams away.
With a strong.
And I'm going to like level my excuse me, it's my turn.
So,
I'm gonna level my acid turkey baster and I'm gonna shoot and I'm gonna be like, Tenaculum! acid splash, and we're both. On his turn, he's also gonna use his acid spittle.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shoot my acid at the baby.
Are you just saying the baby?
Just the baby that's on Knack.
Okay, because there is enough in the range.
There's two, I can hit 2, right?
Yeah.
You
'Cause
can
of
hit,
the
like, the one
splash?
next
And they're
to
in
it.
range. Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll try to hit. I'll try to hit the one just in the door frame and the one on Knack.
Okay.
So
So
they both need to make dexterity saving throws.
what am I beating?
14.
Okay, the second one passed. So the one in the doorway passed, but the one in front did not.
Okay. So 5 acid damage from that.
For that boy.
And then that's the end of my turn, and then Tenaculum's turn follows mine.
And
He's
bonus
on my
action, Ash's spittle.
I bonus action told him to use his acid spittle.
So he'll be floating on top of Knack's body.
So I need to make a weapon attack with him. No, he's not floating.
Well, he's crawled on top of Knack's body then.
So I rolled a 20 something.
Oh, yes, that hits. Was it not 20? I guess you would have said that.
And then I rolled a 6 acid damage. So Tenaculum's on my shoulder, and I have my turkey baster, and I'm like squirting, and he's like, "Ooh."
And this baby is like
Combined.
dissolving a little bit. It's not. It's looking pretty good. Bad. It's like definitely like, but like it's like skin really isn't melting. It looks like it's like, it's weird. It's like definitely hurt by it. It's definitely like it's like getting hurt, but it's not like melting away like the rabbits did.
Weird.
I'm gonna be like, I'll need a more potent acid.
Yeah.
So another fiddler. And the fiddler is going to turn to once again at you, Pippin, and we're gonna make you. It's gonna play just this very eerie tone, not like this. A very scary like progression of notes, and you're gonna make a wisdom saving throw.
It's too spooky.
And what you only have advantage against being charmed,
What?
only against being charmed, right?
I have advantages on being charmed and and I can't be magically
Yeah.
put to sleep.
I just want to make sure it's just charmed.
This is a charisma saving throw.
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw, 12.
A 12. Ooh, you were frightened of the fiddler. So like, it's like eerie, like and like scary complexion turns into just like terror, and it almost like becomes like a nightmare.
Oh,
For the rest of the game, just make that noise in the background.
Okay, next up
Too spooky for
is
Pippin.
Acid Baby,
Acid baby.
and Acid Baby is gonna jump over Knack's body
Oh
and
my
attempt to
gosh.
bite you. So
Just
standing on top of your body, Knack.
Oh no.
Y'all are gonna die.
Poor Nat.
Max unconscious having his dreams eaten.
Oh,
You guys
that
gotta
hits.
wake us up.
I'm trying.
I've tried.
So that's gonna be 5 piercing damage as it's like
Did you roll the hit?
yes,
Do you know what my armor is?
it's not 21.
You're right.
You're right.
You're right.
How much damage?
5 piercing damage as its needle-like teeth sink into the flesh
Yeah.
of your arm. And you're like flailing this baby around.
5?
Arm?
5. And my 5 damage.
Oh, 5. I thought you said thigh.
Oh,
Thigh.
So next up is
Constitution saving throw. Or no,
Great.
concentration.
I do.
The fiddler hasn't seen you yet.
So I'm going to attack him with my swords.
Okay.
I'll strike with my first swing, and I have advantage because of my vow.
Yes, you do because you enemity'd.
Bow of enmity.
That is going to be a 19 plus.
Can you give me the spirit card?
19 plus 5?
19
24.
plus 5. 24 hits.
And then
You still attack babies.
that is going to be 13 points of damage.
13.
Nice.
Okay, so that's gonna. You see it swing like almost like through its incorporeal form, and it definitely like is like hisses when the iron touches it of your blades.
Ooh, they
But
don't
you
look
can
that iron.
tell that it's not doing as much as you think it should. It does definitely like normally on a normal person that would have just like murdered them, and it just feels like you feel like almost a lackluster feeling from what that should have been doing.
Then what I'm going to do for my second swing, I'm still going to swing at it.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
So just remember not to add your whatever. You don't add something. No, to your damage. It's to
The
your damage
damage, yeah.
roll. Yeah, it's to your damage roll.
13 plus 5.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. And then this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Divine Smite.
Ooh, okay. Well, first level plus one?
Just first level.
Okay.
Dude, punch that ghost out.
Hopefully.
He scared me.
Okay, so that's
He
8 points of
scared
damage.
From the
normal
attack.
smite.
Okay.
And then the Divine Smite is going to be 1d8 or 2d8. Uh, 2d8 at first
Oh
level.
my god, that's gross.
7.
9. So 9. So
9,
17.
oh
9
god.
plus 8, and the Divine Smite is going to be Radiant.
Yep.
The damage is increased by 1d8 if the target is undead or a fiend.
Yep.
Is it undead or a fiend?
No, so as you
17.
swing,
17 damage.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
As you swing your blade through it, the light like brandishes as it's like halfway through, and like the music falters for a second, but then continues and like even like more of a fervor. Yeah.
It isn't dead?
No.
He did is it like in pieces? Is it like ghost blood?
No, because
in here?
remember the sword
Ghost
strikes.
blood.
The sword strikes as they're
Floating.
going through aren't doing as much damage as they should.
Oh, it has resistance
Yes.
To something.
to probably non-magical physical attacks.
Okay, next up, we'll do Knack first with your charisma saving throw.
I rolled a 13, but I have a minus to it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So do I have to
Yeah,
look? or
you're
is it-
still sleeping.
Oh.
Sleepy boy.
You and Lonan are just not here.
Yeah.
You-
Dude, I feel bad. This was you guys. Okay, I was expecting one person to fail.
Not
we all
5.
failed.
No,
Actually,
every single one of
technically,
you.
You didn't fail. You didn't fail anyway.
No,
I didn't fail
no.
still.
You can't fail.
No, no, he can't fail. He can.
Oh,
he
he
gets
fail.
he
I
could have been
can't-
susceptible
I
to the.
can't be put to sleep,
Oh, okay.
but I have advantages on charm saves.
Do I have to roll 2 or I'm sleeping, so it's different?
Oh, you're sleeping as well. I forgot. Yeah, you have to roll charisma as well. I forgot you fell asleep.
I rolled. What am I rolling?
Charisma saving throw.
I don't.
It's probably not gonna be, but-
Yeah.
Because we're like charmed right now, do
7
we not
plus
roll
5,
against
12?
like being charmed? Because
No, they roll against being asleep, but the charm is a very powerful charm. So you,
12
12, no.
So sleep, you re-roll every round.
plus 5.
But the charm
The
is
charm
like
is
the
like-
charm is a different story.
Yeah.
there is ways to beat the charm,
Yeah.
but
Well, I beat it. I knocked you guys on your ass
Yeah.
and it woke you up.
Good
So-
job.
I'm,
So,
next up,
I have a baby chewing on my arm, and I'm frightened now.
the one that put Willow to sleep is going to run over to Willow
Dude,
and attempt to put a strop to your
what
mouth.
does it do?
It's going to put a strop to your head and
Try
A
to-
where it goes dreams. No, it's not actually.
Oh.
It's going to slurp
it's
out
like-
those dreams. So you're
It's
going
like
to make a
those like
wisdom
Sonic D
saving throw.
commercials.
Yeah.
I have to what? Sorry,
Wisdom saving throw.
Sorry someone who's slurping. 17.
Okay, you are good, so you don't take any damage.
Yeah.
Next up is this one, and this one is going to.
What is that, a baby?
This is another baby, and this baby is going to attempt to slurp at your dreams.
Everybody likes your dream.
He's
He's
like-
slurping those dreams.
he's
So wisdom
gonna
saving.
die.
What are you
throw.
dreaming about right now?
Wasn't saying through.
The ocean?
Probably my family. 7 to 13.
13?
Yes, I
Ooh.
believe. Hang on. I think I'm
Much
plus 6 wisdom.
wisdom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plus 6 wisdom saving.
13? 13 fails.
Oh my god.
So you're going to take 5 psychic damage.
Okay, so I'm doubly unconscious.
Oh, you're unconscious?
Yeah, I'm like unconscious now.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Are you
So
dead then?
you see Max breathing like visibly change as like an essence is sucked out of him.
Ah!
And that goes back to Pippin's turn actually at the top of the round.
Mac! Mac! And then I'm gonna pull a giant syringe out of my bag that's got like a glowing pink fluid in it. I'm gonna go and stab it into him and I'm gonna heal him.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of what spell are you using?
I am using.
How many spell slots do you have?
This is my last spell slot.
Ooh.
I'm using Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So, a lot of magic, guys. So, Cure Wounds. If I look it up here on my app.
This freaking baby.
Okay, so you get cured.
So you're gonna be awake now.
6 plus.
Should be 10.
Yeah, you get healed 10 hit points.
Nice.
Yeah. So you're
So
back up.
I go and pump you full of this healing chemical that I brewed just this morning.
And
Just this morning.
I'm not unconscious anymore.
No, you're awake and you see this baby standing on your chest, this grotesque gray baby, like biting into Pippin's arm.
It woke him up?
Yeah, he fell unconscious and then he wakes up because.
Oh, they have to like re-put you under that condition.
Nice.
Yay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Good
my
job.
turn. Oh wait. Tenaculum.
Teddy.
Tenaculum used acid spittle on the little baby on my arm still. And so Tenaculum is going to attack. And that is a 11 to hit.
Oh, the misses.
Ooh, creepy.
Alright,
So
so
yeah,
Dracula's
Sebastian's kind of
also
like.
scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm afraid. I imagine it's like the saber voice for Tenaculum.
I'm afraid.
I'm afraid.
I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Okay, and now it's back to the fiddler. And the fiddler is turning to you, Gray, behind it with these, that you were doing, these awful, like, sword strings full of, like, radiant light. And it's gonna, like, have it, like, do the same, like, intimidating rift. And you're gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Natural 20.
Not bad. Could be worse.
We've had worse today.
True.
What do you do?
True.
Lonen's just like,
16?
Da, da,
That
da,
passes.
da.
So you feel, like, a chill run through you, but you're able to, like, steel yourself through it.
you're like, this is cold.
This is
I'll
cold.
show you cold.
Okay, next up is
Darkness is cold.
Yeah, I was born in it, raised by it.
baby on Nack's chest. The baby on Nack's chest is going to take another bite
Of Knack?
at Pippin,
Oh.
The baby.
and it misses. It like unlatches its teeth, but you're able to rip your arm away in time.
I like hold its mouth.
Okay, next up is Gray.
Okay. Okay. I'm literally doing nothing with the fiddler, so I'm going to.
Kill the fiddler.
Rule and Constitution. Saving throw, by the way.
For my
You got
concentration.
that for your grease. Sorry, I forgot.
Okay, so here's a question. If I attack Lonan with a sword, can I decide where to attack him or how much damage I do? Or no?
Let's see what you roll.
Just do it.
You can attack him with a sword.
You just murdered him.
Just punch him. Just do
He
it.
tried to.
tried that.
Punching,
It doesn't.
punching.
I
He
rolled a
doesn't get it.
14.
He doesn't.
My
He only gets a
AC is
flat
like
roll.
Armor
50 right
class
now.
is too high.
That's even without shift twist too.
Yeah, I'm gonna step back from the fiddler.
Okay. So the fiddler.
Gets an attack of opportunity.
The fiddler can't make basic attacks.
Oh,
So
no problem.
yeah,
So
the fiddler just keeps fiddling.
I'll attack Lonan
Okay.
with a sword.
Yeah,
18?
18
Plus 5?
hits.
22?
8. That's high enough. I will let you decide how much damage you can do. I won't
Alright.
make you roll a damage dice.
Take his head off.
You can hit him with the blunt of your sword if you
I
want.
was gonna say I'll hit him like with like the flat edge of my sword.
Yeah.
Across
You
like
steel slap him.
Like right
not
on his
too
ass.
hard. Yeah, like right across the chest, and like I'll like make it enough force to
Your
push
AC
him
is
against
15.
the wall.
No, my
Against the wall? Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say it does 1 damage to you, Lonan.
It does one damage.
Yeah, but the fog clears as you like catch your breath.
And then as I do that, I'm gonna like, with the force and inertia, I'm gonna spin around, move 5 feet toward the one on her.
Do you know what
and
you
then
need
my
to
second
do?
sword.
You walked into my grease, so you need to roll to see if you trip.
Well, I have 30 feet. Can I walk around it?
You walked into
You
it.
have to walk into it to get to Lonan.
Okay, so that's half.
No, as soon as you enter the grease, you have to roll to see if you fall.
Because it's slippery.
Oh yes, make a dex saving throw. It won't interfere with the
5.
attack.
5?
So you
So
fell.
You fall prone.
And then
So I
you-
couldn't walk around the body?
Okay, so you stood up, so this is 20 feet of movement you used so far.
Okay.
And then you did the attack, and you can step here still.
Okay, then I'll slow down.
Yeah.
And then
It's
I'll do my
inconsequential.
second
It's all
attack
left
on
movement.
number 2.
Yeah, but I just wanted to see you fall.
Whoa!
He's doing his
And that's
second
gonna be 20 to hit number 2.
20 hits.
And then the 8, 7.
7? A pure 7? Nice. So you clear, and you like chop off the baby's arm.
Oh
The baby is
no.
missing an arm.
No more claw
And like
for you.
black blood like gushes and oozes out of the
So
wound.
cute.
It's like screams like
Poor
and it
baby.
branches his sharp teeth at you.
Poor little thing.
So next
They're
up
like
is
little
Knack and
cow
Willowa.
babies.
You guys can make. No, wait, no. Knack gets turned, but Willowa, you will do your thing first.
I rolled, so that's a 17.
Willowa wakes up
Rub my eyes, do a nice stretch.
just in time to see black blood like splutter all over you.
Oh, good.
Nice. Mommy.
Little taste.
I will push this thing off me and stand up.
Okay, I'll say that won't take an action
Yeah.
in order to just stand. It will move off of you while you stand.
And then I will pick up my equipment and Toll the Dead. I'll cast Toll the Dead on the one that's outside the house.
Okay, number 3. So what am I rolling?
For Toll the Dead,
Yeah,
you are rolling wisdom saving throw.
wisdom save.
Yes.
That was not a roll. What's your DC?
14.
Ooh, it fails.
Okay. That one's taking damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So D12.
Is that a 1? That's
yeah.
a 1.
Oh no.
Good times, good times.
It just like frowns.
Are you mean?
I like the other music better.
So next up is the one that got its arm chopped off, right over here, number 2. And it's gonna simply try to mash out at you with its sharp needle-like teeth.
No.
Oh god.
What is that dice?
Stop. I'm doing my best, okay? What's your armor class?
17.
Oh, it just got 17. So it's gonna do 7 piercing damage. And next up is Lonan, because Lonan's awake now.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So,
Gary.
first of all, I'm gonna wake up and see. What did he do? Bump me on the back, like not hit me with the sword. But
Like the
full
butt of the
hit
sword,
you.
like into your chest, and like pushed all the air out of you.
okay. First of all, great. What the hell? I wake up and I
Attack
immediately, as I
Yeah.
wake up, I notice everything around me, just everyone in battle. Everyone's like covered in goop.
And Eerie is like like a mannequin.
I will immediately shift into.
That's once per short rest, right? That you can shift.
Did I shift earlier?
You shifted earlier, but I think you can shift every short rest, so you're fine.
It's every short rest. Yeah, we
Yeah.
took the short rest when we were hanging out. So
We will sleep in
Um,
the trees.
this will count as my bonus action,
I
anyways.
am,
But
but I
I'm going to shift into my beast form. So like I immediately get into it. And I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to.
Oh, you were already standing. You didn't get pushed down. so you're
sorry,
standing
yeah,
the whole time.
yeah. So now I'm now in beast form, plus
Well, this
3.
is second-
I'll adjust my HP, so I get plus 3 HP right now.
Temporary hit points.
Yeah, temporary hit
Just don't
points.
step in my hair.
Who's still knocked prone? Just
Willowa is
everyone's
like
awake.
you can see her awake on the ground in front of you. Like she's like
I am
her eyes
still
are open.
very
You're just looking at
Yeah,
him.
and you can see Eerie beside you in a trance.
And
you
where-
saw she's the only one who wasn't.
where's who's number 1 again? Sorry, on there.
This is the fiddler, and these are all babies. You can't see this baby.
Okay.
Baby.
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 All right, I'm going to try to I'm going to try to shoot my arcane arrow. If I were to do I have enough room? I think there's enough room, but to not actually hit Gray, I believe, right?
Yeah, there is enough
You have
line
line
of
of
sight.
sight.
Yeah, you're good.
So I'm going to
Gray's up to the side.
use.
No, they might be good.
Yeah. Okay.
There's 6
no.
bodies on the ground.
They were just curing their insomnia.
We were giving
Everybody
them-
needs to
yeah,
eat, right?
We were eating their.
My bad dreams.
Yeah.
I think Knack could beg to differ.
There's actually therapy.
It was therapy. This is medieval
Yeah.
fantasy therapy. Like, we're actually trained psychologists.
Okay. I'll do bursting arrow, I guess, at it. Oh no, you know what? I'll do grasping arrow.
Okay.
I'll do that. So you obviously know what it does. When the arrow strikes it or whatever target, it basically grapples it. But the only problem is that it is.
Obviously, you know what it does.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So
What does
once
everybody
again,
else?
as I'm casting this, the arrow kind of turns into almost like a spiky looking arrow with like roses and everything on it. And I'm going to try to
pretty,
shoot it
pretty.
at the fiddler.
Hit me.
So that's so heavy. Those dice.
Those dice are good. You know you're gonna get a good roll out of it. So That's that'd be like 25.
Oh, that hits. That 25 hits.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, my normal longbow does 1d8 plus 3 anyways. Does that plus 2d6?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says extra.
It is plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you roll your normal arrow damage and then
Yeah,
the additional
arrow damage.
damage.
So tell me, do the arrow damage first and let me know what that is.
Yeah.
Because the arrow's not magic.
This is just piercing, so
Yeah.
It's not
whatever.
considered magical?
Not until level 6.
No.
I believe.
9 for
9.
the piercing,
So, okay.
and then when it comes to the poison, I'll read the rest of it after too. The poison damage is 2d6. 6.
Nice.
12.
Oh my god.
As the
Nice.
arrow pierces its body, the roots, the vines, how
I want like
It's-
acid to
it's
splash
dying.
everywhere out of it if possible.
the
'cause-
poison will, the arrow will enter through its chest, and you'll see, actually, it'll enter through its mask, right through the center of its head, and it'll split the mask, and poison and ooze will seep out of the mask as it crumbles to the ground, revealing two almost lizard-like yellow eyes staring back at you guys before it puffs and mists away into smoke, with the violin clattering to the ground.
Cool.
Nice.
And- Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not done with this,
No,
babies.
but
There's still a lot of babies.
can I?
And Eerie,
Oh, sorry. I can't.
your
dash over
trance
there,
is
right?
ended.
You can't what?
I wanted to dash over and grab the violin, but so nothing else can grab it.
I was like, Trav's already grabbing loot. We're still
Yeah.
calling.
I just don't want these. I don't want these little creatures to grab it.
They're pretty preoccupied.
I know. But
They
I
just
want
grab
to
it, little baby.
But Eerie, as the music stops, the trance ends.
Okay.
So you're awake now.
Am I able to go and grab it just to make sure nothing else takes it, or is it like
You already used your action, so
That's
you won't be
fine,
able to
yeah,
pick it up.
okay.
You can move.
You can move to it if you want.
Yeah, I'll just move next to it.
You have to move through
So
my
you have to
grace.
you can't get around this way,
Okay.
so you have to
Actually,
try to step
instead
through
of
the
moving,
grease.
I'm just gonna yell at. You mentioned that Eerie just woke up right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Eerie, make sure you grab that flute. Don't let anybody else take it.
A flute?
Or sorry,
This flute?
what was
I
it
pull
playing?
my flute
What was
out.
it playing again?
A piano.
A violin.
Drop
A
the violin
violin.
on the ground.
Why? What the hell is
It was,
going on?
it was a theremin.
Yeah. So anyway, I yell at Eerie to grab
Grab
it.
the cello.
Okay, so
To the babies, it would be a cello.
it's huge. So baby number 4 over here is gonna attack Knack because poor Knack is just what's in its line of sight. Oh no, I don't have unlimited dice, so it's okay.
You just dropping everything.
Actually, where is my? There it is.
I'm gonna do my temporary
And
HP.
you grabbed your shield. You said that.
Yes.
So it misses. So you are its teeth bash off. You almost face bash the baby with your shield. And we're back at the top of the round with Pippin.
Pippin, Foss.
Pippin.
Am I still under the fear condition?
No, because the
it's on
music
the
stopped.
The
and
source of my
fingers-
fear is gone.
Yes.
Okay, I am going to. What do I do? What do I do? Do you still have your additional armor added?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I still have concentration
Oh,
on that.
oh, that too. You have so much armor.
I am out of spell slots, so I only have my cantrips. So I'm going to give.
Grease isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
You have Shield of Faith. You can't
Grease is
concentrate.
not a concentration.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay, my bad.
I don't think so. I'll double check that after.
Yeah,
But
your turn.
I'm going to do me and Tenaculum combo Acid Splash. I'm gonna use
Acid
my.
Splash.
Well, he's Acid Spittle. I'm Acid Splash. So I'm gonna do my Acid Splash on the 2 babies there. So you have to do dex saves on both of them.
Pass. And what's the thing?
14.
Pass. Double pass.
Shit. Okay, so then Tenaculum will do his Acid Spittle on number 3,
Okay.
which is a to hit spell, and I rolled a 20.
A 20. Okay. A not 20?
No.
Ah.
And then I rolled a 6 acid damage.
Okay. How do you want to kill him?
How do I want to kill
How do
it?
you want to kill him?
I don't know. I want to shoot a little acid spittle at it, but it's like a fire hydrant hose, and I want to push it off into the sea, into the water. Like Tenaculum's like.
And its corpse will just be floating, covered in acid that's beating off of it in the water as it steams because of the chemical reaction.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna say, time for a nap.
Oh my god.
Or
So
see you
next
later.
up is first turn. She has had all combat. Eerie.
Yay!
You did it.
Okay, so I'm going to like. How far is the fiddle from
The
me?
fiddle is right here.
Okay, so I'm just going to dash forward and grab it off the ground.
That is going to be your action to pick it up.
Okay.
Okay, so
And then there's no babies like within my.
Yeah, right
yeah,
there.
there's one right over here and right over here.
And how many feet can I move?
I don't know what your feet movement speed
Oh,
is.
sorry.
Right at the top.
You still have
40.
30, right?
40.
You can get anywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna go towards number 4. Baby number 4.
Yeah.
And
Oh, flanked.
flurry of blows.
Can you flurry of blows if you didn't make an attack this turn?
I don't think so.
No, so I have to make an attack first.
Yeah, but you already used your action to pick up the.
So I can't
fiddle.
make an attack yet.
No.
Cool.
You can leave the fiddle if you want. I will
You
let
can spend a key point to do something like make a patient defense, which makes any attacks against you have
Yeah,
disadvantage.
I feel like I might as well do that because I can't really do any actual attack right now. So I will use 1 key point and
Patient
patient
defense.
defense.
Okay.
So you're like,
Yeah.
Sounds
Ready.
good. Yeah, bam, bam. Next up is.
Great.
No, the baby.
Oh.
The
Damn
baby.
baby.
The baby that's gonna attack Gray. It's actually gonna force you to make a charisma saving throw.
God again.
No, they didn't make you do a charisma saving throw yet.
It's like
Oh,
20
no.
something.
Oh, you're
You rolled
fine.
19.
You're fine. You steel yourself against the baby's cute, sleepy time look.
Cute.
the cute.
It's the
the
black
baby looks
one.
at you and it's like, go to sleep.
It's a black blood. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's actually terrifying.
Go to sleep.
Go sleep.
Bedtime.
And then you pass out, and then they're like,
Oh god. Okay, next up is Gray.
I see your smile and raise you a sword.
Gray just says this to the baby.
I'm still on the ground like.
23.
Three hits.
That's gonna be 8 for the first swing,
Okay.
and then for second attack. Ooh. It's only an 8 then.
That misses.
That hit.
The baby's looking. Both arms are gone.
Yeah. It's just a slur.
Just like screaming.
Okay.
And next up is Knack and Willow.
I'm gonna get up.
We're fighting over your body.
And
right
since this little baby is right in front of me, this little gravy baby.
gravy. They're gray.
Baby. They are. I said they're gray.
Gravy.
times.
He's got gravy all over him
skin's
right
gray.
now.
No, it's more of like a darky stone gray. Well, yours is more of like a light storm cloud gray.
I might just.
Oh.
You're prettier, okay?
Champagne is full of gray.
Ooh.
Yeah, the sky
What
today.
does it mean?
What does it mean? Secret conspiracy.
Secrets.
I'm just gonna do chromatic orb again.
That would have disadvantage. Okay. Just because you're so close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You can. You have okay. That was the thing. You haven't ruled yet, so why don't you do something else?
No, it's alright.
No.
I'm done.
Did you miss?
I rolled really poorly.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's too bad. Okay. So next up is now.
I'm just going to take a Warhammer attack at the one right in front of me.
And you don't have magic weapon anymore because
No.
you.
I didn't never have it. It was spiritual weapon that I'd cast.
No, you magic weapon on the run, but.
Oh, if I okay,
Oh,
yeah.
no, okay. That was if you
That
were able
was-
to hit it.
yeah, yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Did
it's,
you-
it's just regular.
Okay.
It's
Yep.
regular.
But you get a +2 to your hit.
It doesn't matter. I missed.
Your rolls today.
Did you roll another one?
No, I rolled a 3.
A 3. Oh, well, what's your pluses?
It's 4 and 2, right? So 6 total.
So 9. Yeah, that 9 misses.
Bless you, poor,
Red.
like-
poor Knack.
Yep.
These babies are gonna
Sucks.
kill us.
Okay, so next up
My rolls have been absolute shite.
is
Hey.
Absolute
Hey.
shite.
Absolute shite.
Shite rolls.
next up is Lonan because
Yeah, boy.
the baby died. Whose turn it was?
Lonan, shoot another magic arrow.
Yeah. I would have to shoot it through Willow.
I mean, do what you gotta do.
No, there's a space next to you. You can take
You
one
do
step
you.
over.
She's just
Yeah,
like,
no.
she doesn't know how to shoot through it.
Yeah.
Gotta shoot through her.
I'll do. Okay, so let me step over to the right, so I'm not gonna step in that goop, the goop de goop.
Yeah.
So one's like prone over there, right?
This one is like dead in the water. This one is dead.
Oh, okay.
And this one you can't see, but you can see this one.
And then number 4 is missing arms, right?
No, number 2 is missing arms.
It has no arms, the one that's in front of me.
Literally.
Well-
It's just this screaming baby that's gray, all craggy. Looks
This is
like
making me uncomfortable.
it's like a demon baby. It's okay.
Yeah. Make sure you say the name. The
Guys,
word demon
let's
in front of it.
raise these babies. Let's live in this shack.
Lauren ate the baby rabbit, so this is a redemption.
Yeah.
I guess just to like make sure that we kill it and get rid of it. Like, how hurt is this thing? Like,
It's lost both of its arms. It's very hurt.
It's just like sitting there like.
It's very injured.
All right. Well, I'm still shifted, so I'll go for. I'm not gonna waste my magic, and I will just do a regular longbow attack, anyways. Then.
Okay.
Oh my
That was
god!
so
Are you
wrong.
kidding me?
Oh, you guys rolling so garbage.
9.
today. 9 misses.
Well, I get a bonus attack anyways.
Yeah, so you're gonna step forward and make a bonus
Yeah.
attack.
So this is
Just,
just
like, swipe
this is
at
just
it.
basically an unarmed attack because like I'm basically biting it.
Then you get a dice though, and you're proficient in it.
For being
For being a shifter, you're proficient in only when you're shifted arm attacks.
What?
That's good. Don't argue.
Just roll it first.
Okay.
Just roll it.
Yeah, so it's
Natural 20.
no, I was a 6.
Oh, I seen the image.
No, you don't get advantage.
Oh, I think you said proficient. Sorry.
That's not how
Yeah.
proficiency works.
I'm sorry about that.
So
I
it's
think
your
if you add
strength plus
proficiency bonus.
proficiency.
I think 6
Plus the
Travis
dice.
is like, oh, I rolled twice. Yeah.
I think you failed.
What was that again?
He's
Was
confused.
it a bite?
Your strength plus
Yeah, it was an
proficiency.
unarmed attack. So strength was plus 1. So
No,
that's-
no, no. Did you just bite or claw? Or just,
No, you
oh,
bite.
it's
You bite.
back?
It was a unarmed
Yeah.
attack. Yeah. Piercing damage.
It's from your shifter, so you missed.
Yeah, it would have been 10 actually, but yeah.
The armless
It doesn't
baby
matter, yeah.
is somehow still incredibly dexterous
Damn, I should've used
and
that.
danced out of the way.
Yeah, I did a little hop backwards.
Yep. And now it is number 4. Number 4, it doesn't see you because you didn't
I'm
actually do
behind it,
anything.
yeah.
You're just like,
I just crept behind it and was like,
yeah. So it is going to.
Here he is, just
Sorry,
like-
Knack. It's going to try to attack Knack again.
GG Knack.
It misses.
Oh.
Knack has like a crazy high AC right now, so it doesn't matter. Next up, we're back to the top of the round with Pippin.
Super fast.
Hippo.
Oh, Pippin. Oh, Pippa.
Hippo.
Well,
Squirt, squirt.
squirt. I'm gonna use my action to give to do a help action for my friend Knack. So I'm gonna be
Okay.
helping Knack,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to command Tenaculum to do his acid spittle on the baby in front of us.
Okay, so you can acid spittle the baby. This baby actually has not been hit once by anything. So
Really?
20,
Yeah.
23.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's been hit.
And then I rolled a 10 acid damage.
10.
Man.
Oh my god. Okay, so the baby went from not getting hit to being like bathed in acid.
yeah.
Gets your
So
base too?
again, it's weird. It kind of almost like beads
Oh,
on his skin,
plus
like the
2.
baby that's like a
Sorry,
little.
plus 2. Sorry, not 10.
So 8.
8.
Okay, so like there's almost like a layer of wax over this baby that's causing the acid to like damage it, like burn it a little bit, but it's not like eating through its skin.
Demon baby, not
Demon baby. Yeah, that's the.
Oh,
Not an
demon
actual
baby. Sorry.
yeah.
Yes, demon like.
Yes,
baby.
please clarify for people just tuning in. Robert, the baby melts.
We're not killing actual babies.
Yes,
They're
my
rabies.
apologies. Okay,
The gravies.
so next up is Eerie. Eerie.
Yay! Okay. So from behind, would I have advantage because he cannot see me?
He's aware that you're there enough that you wouldn't get advantage. You're not like you didn't hide if you didn't take the hide action or anything.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So I am going to just use my quarterstaff because I have the fiddle in one hand. So I'm going to like push on its head with
Okay.
the other hand.
So do your roll and then add an extra +2 because of flanking.
Okay.
I can't believe you didn't hit the baby with no arms.
Ooh.
The
19.
baby with no arms.
I rolled 19 to
19
hit,
hits.
so.
Yeah.
And then D6. Plus 4 is 5. And then plus an extra 2.
No, not the extra 2 for this one. It's only
Oh.
for your own hit.
Well, it's a 5.
That's still good. So like it like conked on the head and it's like looks back at you with its like messed up face and like
Yeah.
craggy gray skin. It's like
Yeah. Okay. And then do I have like a bonus action?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can I do flurry of blows now?
You would have to drop something.
I'm going to drop the fiddle.
Okay. Crash. You hear twang. This is the ground.
We all go back into trance. That little.
Oh.
I actually don't know if I've done flurry of blows before. Are you gonna walk me through it?
Yes. So you're gonna do just a normal swing. So it's gonna be D20. Yeah.
You still get the plus
We can
2.
do another one.
That one.
Oh, no, that missed.
Yeah.
That one's automatically missed.
Thanks for
That.
Oh, no.
So what do you have? So you have a plus
Good.
6.
And we're doing
The rabbits were
so
harder still.
10
More
plus
people
two-
got
what
hurt
did 12
than
hit?
those. It just misses. Just missed.
What a noob.
You drop the fiddle and like go to like slam it, and it's just like.
Remember when I said that Eerie couldn't fight?
Oh no.
So next up is no armed baby.
No armed baby.
No armed baby. An armed baby in a last ditch effort to just. It's having a hard time. It's gonna bite Loman because it just was like swinging at him. And
I'm
it
at
is
16, by the way, because I have plus 1.
16 just hits. I just rolled a 16. Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
my feelings.
No, that was the worst roll of my life. I have a dice tray back here, and I have not hit the dice tray once today. It does 4 damage, piercing.
Alright, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You just
Your
got-
fur, your thick like canine fur like blocks most of the damage for you.
Would you come over here, please?
She's just tickling my toes and then she walks away.
Next up is Gray.
And then I'm gonna finish the job right now. I'm gonna swing my sword again.
Swing my sword. 10 misses. Guys, this baby has no arms.
I swing my second swing.
Okay, the second
Come
sword.
on.
Oh,
These little
This
demons.
is embarrassing.
This is.
We're all awake.
And I laugh.
Okay, next up is Nak and Wolhodo.
Okay.
We'll give Nak the first turn. The second
You
turn
have
last time.
advantage on attacks.
I have advantage on attacks.
Because he gave you the help action.
So
He's your cheerleader. He has like pom poms too.
no, I injected you with a little serum that's improved your.
Okay, so yeah, so I will,
Serum 402.
I'll just swing my warhammer now.
Okay.
Well, I rolled 2 1s there with both my.
No,
dice.
you did not.
I did. I
Oh
swear. Look
my
at that right
God.
now. I just rolled double.
Wow.
You're an embarrassing.
I'm sorry for everyone.
Well,
How is that
I'm
even a
gonna-
thing?
I'm gonna go around so I can actually get to the
No, you can hit it.
I can
Yeah,
right
you
there?
can reach there. If you
Oh,
want.
okay. I'm just gonna use my quarterstaff.
Okay.
And
Worked well for me.
You don't. Your lights.
I quit.
yeah.
Technically, okay.
double one.
Push this table.
So yeah, I'm just gonna do that and see what happens.
Are you gonna do 2 hand or 1 hand?
Two-handed.
Okay.
21.
There you go. That hits.
Yay.
And two-handed is 6.
Not a natural one.
So 6 damage.
6 damage. You bludgeon the baby, and it's dying. Would you
I'm
like to
just
do
like,
anything fun?
enough of this. And I just like whack it over the head.
And it just falls. And there's a yeah.
A demon baby.
I know it has one more larger crater in its head before the end of this demon baby's life.
Ew.
Poor demon babies.
Like it's Fontanelle. It's soft
Oh.
spot.
Oh my
Stop.
god.
Too far.
So next up is Lonen. And it's just still there. It doesn't fade away.
Okay, I'll jump over and go to the other one that's just
So 5,
the one that's no, yeah,
20, 25?
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, do I have to be a little bit further away in order to make a?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go a little bit further away because I gotta make
You'll
that
jump on the
long goal.
table. There's
Yeah.
a table here.
So I just jump on the table. And then. Can't see.
Oh,
Is that a 9? So 16.
16 hits.
There we
16
go.
hits.
Okay,
we
do
did
some
it.
damage.
You can
Do
still.
not roll
Mess
one.
it up.
So 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing. The arrow pierces like right through the demon baby's eye, but it's still standing. And it's like
How?
head
Well-
was like partially attached to the ground. It's like
It's time to end these demons' lives. I'm from the table. I'm going to just football jump at the. If can I do that?
You're
Before?
yes, you're fine. You have enough. You have just enough distance.
And I'm going to try to destroy the demon once for all with a regular.
I thought he was just gonna crush it with his
He
body.
grabs like 3 cigarette butts, and that's all it takes. And
Yeah.
puts it in
12 plus.
12 plus what?
What do I get for my?
You get your strength modifier plus your proficiency.
So
modifier.
15.
15 hits.
Yeah, and then it's only like 1d6 plus 1.
Okay, let's see what you roll.
I
4.
can't see.
And you just slam this baby into paste on the ground. Not actually paste, you crush the
This
baby with your
demon
jaws.
baby.
Demon baby.
Demon
yes.
baby.
Let's specify.
I'm sorry. And with that,
I
Oh
can't
my
you guys
God.
have managed to prevail.
That was brutal.
Why? You guys rolled awful.
Yeah, we did really bad.
So as you guys see, look around at the carnage. It's actually not that bloody. in reality, the most blood is like on Willow, sadly, because like the gushing of arm blood.
And I'm like,
My
that was a
baby.
short fight.
Yeah.
I like-
And you.
Tastes good. Tastes like cotton candy.
And you see scattered around the bodies of the missing people that you can assume because you definitely
Can I check
recognize.
vitals?
Yeah, you guys can roll a medicine check. You're close to Marigold. She's like right. Sadly,
I'll check her out.
was like right in front of the asses. She's just a little dirty.
Well, I can't make out anything.
What'd
I
you
take-
roll?
I rolled a
I
5.
take the.
A what?
A 5.
Oh yeah, you're like you.
I
grab-
checked your foot.
Yeah.
So is there
No
six?
heartbeat.
Is there 6 people?
All 6 are there.
Can I check for breathing?
Yep. Anybody who wants to check vitals can check
What am I
now.
rolling again? Medicine.
Medicine.
Can I just go
Patricia,
over and
Andrew, Holden,
spam
Casper,
cast
and
spare the
Jacob.
dying and everything just in case?
Yeah, you can do that as well.
Yeah.
I rolled 16.
16. So on the body that you can check, you do notice that they are still breathing as much.
Okay.
They look maybe
They
like
alive.
tormented.
Okay.
Like their faces. Oh my God, Saber. They look like their faces are like tormented. Like maybe they're like caught in a bad dream that
They're
still
14.
hasn't ended.
Go wake them
I'm gonna
up.
sit down on the dock. My arm.
Are you in that hurt?
There's a baby bite.
Can I try pumping 1 point of lay on hands into Marigold?
Yeah, you can.
Good old Mary.
We're going. You guys open and like scream. Ah! Get away from me, beast!
Calm down there, eh?
It was you.
Meddling
Yeah.
kids.
You're the ones from. Did you double cross me? Where are we? This is at my farm.
We were trying to help
What are you
you.
doing? Help
We
me.
saved you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we rescued
Look
you.
at all these
Save
people
me.
here.
To me, it looks like you kidnapped me.
Marigold, Marigold, Marigold.
We're gonna take it back to the farm.
I
We
know
took-
you're scared, but we've been sent as representatives of the town's opposition. You have nothing to fear.
We also
We've just
took care of
rescued
the
you.
rabbits.
I've always liked you. I knew I could trust you with that. I knew I could trust it. Now, help me up, youngin.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't talk so much. You're gonna hurt yourself.
I'm gonna walk to the other ones. and-
Can I recognize which one might be related to the mayor?
You can tell that most of them are older. The other child that is there is a girl, and she's a young halfling. So you can tell that the only like male child there.
Okay,
would
I'm
be-
gonna
you
go
can
pick
assume
up
that would
the
be
male
There's
child.
5 or 6.
6 total. So you would lost 6.
Hold him in my arms.
Yeah.
And try to like shake him awake. Wake up, young one.
So just shaking it like he Gray comes over and he's gonna pump a HP divine healing into him, and he's gonna wake up in your arms and be like,
Probably terrified
We're here
because
to
you look
save
like a
you.
wolf.
Yeah.
They all scream.
Yeah, I'll like while I'm talking to him, I'm going to like shift back into my normal.
So you're gonna look at me like your snout's gonna be like.
Yeah.
Not scary
terrifying.
at all.
oh,
The nightmare
oh, you're a
continues.
shifter. Oh, thank God. Oh, I had the worst dream.
Yes, we just saved you and your friends here. Sorry.
What happened? I just remember this music, and I saw the most beautiful woman walking through
And
the
I kind of like
roads.
hold him and I show him to like where the violin is on the ground. And unfortunately, it looks like that magical item, accompanied by some sort of demon fiend creature, I'm not too sure, was behind this entire thing. I'm not too sure exactly where this is, but we're going to find out who was behind this.
Whose shack is this?
That's the thing we need to find out, Pippin.
Do you
With
know?
Shaq.
By the beach. Your mother's the mayor.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, the
Marigold's
year
gonna walk up.
2020.
This is an old abandoned shack. Can't you tell? And it's like in like ruins.
I
No one
guess.
lives here.
Perhaps we should see if there's any clues about, and then I'll start rifling through the room and anything that's in there.
Maybe we should just
Fireplace
take all
and
you
stuff.
people back to town.
I would really like that.
How many
Yeah.
people
Are
can?
they, like,
how many
super
like?
tired, though?
How many people can I hold at the same time?
They can walk.
Oh, they're away. Oh, okay. Well, I'll still hold
Yeah,
them.
well-
Yeah. Gray went around and upped them all.
Oh,
really.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you did it to everybody.
Yeah.
but Can I still carry Andre anyways?
If he's not fighting you, so
Yeah. Little Andre.
he's probably around like
Yeah.
8.
Let's keep on.
Yeah. All right.
So we didn't find your son.
Let's end it there.
So what'd you roll?
13 for my investigation.
13.
Yeah.
You don't find too much around the shack. You find an old like rusty stove that's
Oh.
filled with like
I still have the blessing. from him. And
Oh, yeah, roll
four
advantage,
times, so
yeah,
I'll
good.
roll advantage once. Yeah. That's 18.
18.
Yeah.
So
You're welcome.
you find
Yeah.
still the rusty stove. You don't really find too much of interest. All this stuff looks like it's been gone for a while. And like with the open the doors open ajar and the broken window, it looks like a lot of the elements have really like ruined a lot of the stuff around there. But as you're rifling under the bed, you do manage to find a small like chest that contains like 2 gold and like 5 silver. So maybe like a little like the person who left in a hurry and left some of their like backup money.
Can I look for any symbols or religious things? Maybe something demonic or anything?
Yeah, you can roll another
Walls or
investigation check.
something?
Can I use some of my supplies to try to ID what sort of creatures these demon babies were?
I wish I could.
Yep,
I
roll
wish I could
Arcana.
heal somebody.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. You don't find any arcane symbols at all. You don't find anything of like, it just looks like this was a fishing shack that someone used, and there isn't really anything. It doesn't look like anyone summoned anything here. It just looked like you can assume that maybe it was like this weird entity was bringing the people here because it was like out of the way, and that the babies the demon babies needed to feed on like maybe like feed on them somehow. You're not quite sure.
Is the fiddle still on the ground?
Yeah, right next to Erie.
I was gonna hand it to Pippin, but if you're
That's what I
gonna,
was
grab
gonna
it,
do.
I was just gonna give it to Pippin because he seems like. I'll just reach down while holding Andre. Pippin, is there any way that you? So it looks
After
like,
holding a child and I just said, is it on the floor? Can I grab
Yeah.
that?
You push her aside?
yeah.
Let me!
I will hand it to you, Pippin.
You can turn off the map.
Oh yeah. No, turn that.
Okay, so who's handing the fiddle to me?
Quickly, Pippin, before you can pick up the fiddle, but before Pippin was gonna investigate the baby. So that's what he's doing in the
I'm
back.
going to
Yeah,
take some
I
of
just
the
wanted to
baby's
make sure we
blood
didn't
with a
leave
little
it.
swab and stir it inside like a fluid.
Did you roll Arcana?
I rolled a 16.
A 16. So you're able to identify that these are definitely like living organisms. Like this is something that was alive. It was very unlike the weird specter that just poofed into mist. Like they left bodies. What you can tell is that from your studies, you haven't really studied like other planar creatures very much, but you can assume that this is maybe some, they remind you of some sort of fae. This is probably your best assumption, that there's some weird kind of like dream-eating fae. From
I
what you
look
saw.
over. Yes.
You're just holding the baby's arm.
No, I didn't. I
I'm
swabbed some of
I'm
its
joking.
blood.
I'm joking.
Yeah, gross.
Rabbit head though.
Can I give this to you? Maybe you can examine it later?
Uh,
See if there's any
yes,
magical
yes.
properties?
And I take it and then I put it in my bag of holding. Good idea. I think we should get these people back to town.
Yeah.
I agree.
Hey.
How is the rest of
It's
them?
gonna
Are they all
be-
just standing there? What are they doing?
They're like very shocked. There's like an elderly man, even older than Marigold, and he's
Should
just
maybe,
kind of
like,
looking.
While we walk, is
Is that
anybody
Casper?
else able? Because I can't heal. Who else? Who all can heal in the group?
I have used my magic up for the day.
The only person that can heal is pretty much Gray at this point.
I'm just wondering if all of them
No,
are
I can
capable
too,
of walking
but-
for 2 hours right now.
They should be okay. They're
Yeah, just
actually
run a
like
marathon.
they're shaken up.
Like, if it would be alright if maybe I went to town and got, like, a cart or something to bring them back, or...
Marigold turned to you back. Who do you think I am? I work for a living. I mean, I do appreciate it since you did save my life, but I can walk. I'm capable.
Okay, you walk then. Anybody else want to stay here?
So they're not hurt at all. They're just basically was just.
They are really shaken and they're a little like mentally exhausted, but physically they haven't been injured.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to walk.
You guys, but like it's kind of scary to see like that was the fate that you guys like realized like ooh
that
that was almost us.
that demon fey creature thing. Crazy.
Alright,
Yes.
so I think
Cool,
the plan
baby.
is to take these people and we're gonna go back into town.
I think we need to rest. I just ran 2 hours to catch you guys.
Okay.
I'm exhausted.
We can get some water and kind of give everyone some food and water and rest for a while 1st.
Well, no, we can walk back. I just don't want to run back.
No,
Yeah.
that's fine.
We need to sleep once we get there.
Yeah, I'm pretty done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back
I
to town
feel
we
like
go.
I got beat
So-
up real bad. I don't remember anything, but
So, you guys, with finding all the lost townsfolk and defeating these strange creatures and these strange fae, you guys begin your trek back to Kern with your prize in tow. And that is where we will end session 3 of AllFunNDice this
Yay.
week.
Was it
a struggle of a battle.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Struggle.
Little babies,
didn't
man.
expect you
Those
guys
rolls?
to be incapacitated for that long in the fight.
Well, you know,
Or for
we'll
people to
always
feel.
surprise you with our ability to roll.
Honestly,
for
yes.
points. You know,
I like how as soon as I got woke up, I was just like, pretty much.
I loved the like the pro wrestler like bite slam that you did,
Yeah.
with the baby. That was really fun.
Where you just jumped off the table like, ah!
I imagine you going like.
The people's bite.
The power grabber.
Yeah.
oh god.
Good
Thanks
job,
everybody for tuning in, by the way.
Yeah.
Thanks
We're
for
doing
watching,
good
guys.
session, good session.
Does
Very good
anybody
session.
have any questions
Yeah, if
for
you guys have
any of
any,
us?
if you guys have any questions, we'll
Question
do our Q&A.
We'll do like a little few minutes.
We're all in chat right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, Reno.
I was sitting, I like the entire time you guys were doing this, I'm like, is there any way that I can like, do I get anything special? Then I was like, oh my god, my archetype, and then I realized my archetype was actually arcane archery. Yeah, so I was like, 'cause remember we talked about all that stuff, and I was like, oopsie doopsie.
Oopsie
I was like,
doopsie.
oh, I'm an Eldritch Knight, that's right. It's a key. When are you gonna pin the damn character sheets on Discord? Well, the character sheets. If you highlight, if you go to the top left corner of Discord and you highlight over there, you can see everybody's character sheet.
You
There.
mean Twitch?
On Twitch? Sorry, on.
She said, or he said, Nino liked to scroll up every time.
Ah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could probably like get a link there or whatever. I think we tried linking it before, but every time you click on the D&D Beyond link while you're on Discord, it actually wants you to create an account.
Create an account, yeah.
Yeah, which
Well,
is
we
really rough.
posted our stuff. Remember we got it to work?
The D&D overlay, I don't think it works on mobile, no.
No, it doesn't.
No, not on
but we
mobile, only on
posted
PC.
the links to our character sheets on the chat in the chat. But
We
I
did
think
a while ago.
yeah, but I think if you maybe you can pin them somewhere because I think when they click on them, if you don't have a D&D,
You
Beyond
can
account-
download, so everybody can download their PDF for their thing, just like I did on mine.
Yeah.
And then once you download it, you guys can DM me on Discord, and then I can upload them on Discord and
Yeah.
pin them there.
Okay.
I'll make a separate channel, just called like D&D character stats or something like that, and then that
I'll
way.
have to like customize mine big time though.
I'll
'cause
have
A lot
it's
of you guys will.
nowhere near ready.
Everybody
yeah.
but will.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or me.
You're gonna pin
Or
them, yeah.
Pippin, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's fine. If you want to do that, Ryan, that's fine. Well, they still have to edit their stuff because there's some stuff that they're missing. Like for example, my character has like stats that are not on D&D Beyond, so you have to do like a customized section in order to add that in. That's
the
what I did. for
majority
mine.
of mine are not on.
Yeah, because we're doing like some beta stuff, I believe, right? That's
The beta stuff is actually on D&D Beyond. It's
Yeah.
all the like some of the players' handbook stuff is on there, and some of the Xanthars because we haven't purchased a subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll wait until then. So once they DM me their stuff, then I can do it. It's just easy like PDF thing.
Cool.
So, dude,
Yeah.
that like,
Those
little
babies.
battle session was really good.
That's
I liked
pretty
it.
fun.
It was cool.
Babies.
Those damn babies.
I
Yeah.
was
And we
hyped
thought
when
it
I
was
got-
just normal criminals.
I thought the
Yeah,
Fiddler was gonna be a lot
we did.
stronger.
Yeah, I honestly thought it was the people.
No, I feel like he
that
was
was the
pretty
carriage.
The fiddler was super strong.
Yeah.
Ray was just cleaving.
He permanently
through
charmed them for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
had advantage.
I was
of
pretty
that.
hyped about that though when we got charmed and we're running after him through the park.
It was
That
really
that
good.
was really cool.
I honestly didn't expect all of you guys to.
I was kind of worried for a second that Knack might die because like pretty much everybody was unconscious except for
Yeah.
Pippin.
I was
had
expecting
that
you,
fear
Logan,
too.
though, to shoot an arrow at like one of them to like wake
So
them
I
up.
so the one move that I have is like a blast radius arrow. So I was thinking, if worst case scenario, if everyone's literally sleeping and we were at the last like little resort, like I would just blast the entire area that we're in, wake everybody up, including the people that are on the
Yeah.
floor.
Like hurt them?
It's a 10
really
it's a
kill me.
10-foot blast radius of just like energy that gets pushed out kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but what if you hurt little Marigold?
I
She's
know that's the
brittle.
only thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, what if I kill somebody accidentally?
Again.
Someone said very impressed with Robert, such an awesome DM. I
Thank
agree.
you.
Yeah,
I try really hard. I put a lot of thought process. I put a lot of thought into what I do.
Fraley, if you're looking for the character rundown, for example, I think in the first episode we upload on YouTube, you can see like how we went through and like talked about each character.
Yeah, all the episodes so far, there's just been
Yeah,
two.
it's
Yeah,
right at
this
the
is
beginning.
this is session 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can watch the first 2 on YouTube.
This one will be
All funny.
the funny thing is we started playing and then I'm like, oops, we forgot to record. I was like,
Yeah.
let's record.
So
So
this
the
session-
first like 2 minutes or something like that are
Of
probably
this?
of
Oh.
this.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's just me talking about
What happened
previously,
last
yeah.
month.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Won't you just be able to download the dev?
But Fraley, if you go to
No, I'm sorry,
YouTube,
different
if you go to YouTube and look up All Fun and Games,
AllFunNDice, yeah.
No,
Wait.
All Fun
No,
and
it's
Games.
under All
Either
Fun
or.
Games.
If
Yeah, I
you
guess
can
that
The
search
YouTube
either.
channel, All
The
Fun and
YouTube-
Games.
You will be able to find our previous D&D sessions on there.
Yep.
Or if you go to Trav's VOD on AllFunNDice Games on Twitch and scroll down, they're probably still there somewhere as well.
Would it be permanent if it's just 2.5 hours?
It would have been permanent, just as long as the music was playing. As long as the fiddle.
He just had to continue
Yeah,
playing
as long as
music.
the fiddle's playing.
Yeah, it was like concentration.
Because the one thing I was curious about is because you kept rolling to, was it to wake up?
Sleep. That was the different.
That was a
That was
different
for a
one.
different effect.
That
Oh,
was
okay.
the
from
babies could put you asleep.
And then they
okay.
like take
Yeah,
your
the
dreams.
fiddler could charm you, but the babies could knock you out, and then they like ate your dreams.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm new. Sorry, I already read that. Okay, sounds good. We just finished our 2-year campaign last night with a 7-hour session.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Those are always
Nice.
intense.
Damn.
Nice.
2-year campaign too.
That's
Yeah,
That's
dedication.
impressive.
Yeah.
Woof.
I know.
Cool.
I'm hoping this campaign will
Wolf.
go on for a very
I have a lot planned for you guys.
Yeah.
So I have a lot planned.
I like
already.
our character development.
You guys are doing
Yeah.
a very
Very
good job.
We actually had like some very good
Honestly,
character conversations.
Yeah.
we did. You
Yeah.
guys were very awesome for interacting with each
You
other.
guys
Yeah, it
really
was
didn't
really
even
nice.
talk to Lonan though and tell him to slow down and stuff. Like, because I was like in that.
Well,
like,
we don't know you that well yet.
You're like, we're gonna talk to Lonan and then.
We
I
forgot
feel
to talk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll probably.
I was in like
next to
I was
that.
like in sheriff mode. I'm like,
We
need to
rushed
find
through that
him.
one.
Yeah, we're like, we're gonna go to the tavern alone, and I rush ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Says nothing,
Yeah.
just takes off.
Billion!
Bye.
Save Billion. Keep him safe.
Funny.
It's those goals.
Rose gold.
You guys
Maybe
are
on the
so like not frugal at all. You're just like money.
I don't think I've spent anything except for when I bought food.
Yeah.
So
I spent a bit on.
Breakfast,
Well, I
and that's
bought gold.
I've been pretty
You
like.
spent a lot, but
diamond.
you needed it. That's
I don't
different.
have any. I'm like very low on my potion ingredients now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, having the antitoxin is still useful to have no matter what, right?
I already used it.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Nobody asked me to
The
help.
thing is when we were hitting the person who had like the violin or whatever, did they not lose concentration on what was going down?
It wasn't. It wasn't a concentration type thing.
Just like it's one of its abilities.
Yeah, it was.
probably.
Yeah, it was one of its abilities.
It
So.
had like a creature ability that players don't have.
And
Yeah.
just like in the were you just like was just like
Oh no, I homebrewed all these monsters.
oh
today.
sweet, nice, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're all
sweet.
new.
That's
cool.
Their names.
Don't tell them. Don't tell us.
I can tell you the names of the creatures that I made.
Well, they're dead, so don't mind me.
With the babies were called
Oh.
Dream Eaters,
Dream Eaters, cool.
That makes sense.
and
Yep.
I literally
Yeah,
just
the
had
Dream Eaters.
the ghost was just called the Fiddler.
I like him a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Cool.
super cool.
I drew a little doodle of him whilst we were in combat,
Yeah,
and I
it's
posted
cool.
it in the Discord.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah,
did
it's
you?
cool.
I was just picturing when you were like, his fiddling started getting faster instead of it being sad. The devil went down to George, or he was looking for it.
That's
Yeah.
It's because I said fiddle. I should have said violin. But I think
No,
fiddle
fiddle's
has a
good.
more
I like
potato.
fiddle.
No, I really liked it.
It was good.
Yeah,
It was
the
huge
fiddler
over
is
the
It
other
is
than
similar
the
to that.
violin.
That's a pretty good picture.
It was a very good, like, these-
I didn't like
It's
the.
Yeah, and we were like,
Cool.
It was really fun. I've been looking forward to this, like
Yeah.
since like a few weeks, because I thought you guys were going to do it last session, and I.
Nope.
last session we messed up.
Now session we remember this again.
Yes.
Fiddle
Well,
set.
Sometimes you gotta do it.
Pump the
Yeah.
brakes on the Wii.
Yeah.
We're alone.
It's okay. I did feel bad, just like mannequins, like posing, just waiting for you guys to be uncharmed. I was like, I can't do anything because the
Oh
baby's
no,
moving
don't feel
back.
bad.
Well, I tripped them and it worked.
Yeah, it did work, and then I fell asleep like instantly.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was like, that's
Alright,
enough.
cool.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks
for
for
tuning in, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you guys next
Thank you,
weekend.
thank you.
On All Fun and Dice.
No, we do our outro song.
Yeah.
Trev, put your face like right in the camera.
I know. I should.
Yeah. Here's my eye.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Oh yeah,